So hello everyone and welcome back to Honkai Star World. This is AetherNightmare and I will be with you for your voyage today. And considering that I explored most of this place, I think it's about time that we move on with plot. Yes. What a concept. Let's open our map. And go down to the supply zone where Himiko and crew are. Boink. Hey! Alright, plot in a second. Unable to communicate. In your view is a stretch of sticky, unruly, and unattractive red mud. Some part of it is even squirming. It occurs to you that it's a group of claymen with big heads and short legs. They are the true rulers of the planet of Calcis. Oh, this planet seems to be the royal council chamber of the claymen. You have forgotten why you were attending the meeting, but you know it's a golden opportunity to pry the precious minerals from the bellies of the claymen. The meeting room reverberates with muffled gobbling noises. It sounds like whines of despair made by a person drowning in a swamp as mud slowly blocks off their airways. This is the claymen's race's language, but you can't understand a word of it. You have to implant a synesthesia beacon. The meeting is boring you to tears. On Callis, anyone can speak their mind. The interpreter relays to you. The clay queen gazes at you, and you wonder where the queen's eyes are. The synesthesia interpreter says, the mission rests upon your shoulders. Together, we'll defend Calcis from the calamity that is the wet season. The clay king is overcome with emotion. Meanwhile, you stare out the window, racking your brain as to ponder what kind of texture the meat of clay sheep would have. By the stars, you can't take it anymore. Listening to the prattling of the talent motivation department's top brass would be more interesting than this muck, which probably comes across as a slur for this species. You can't resist the urge to roll your eyes, but suddenly notice the king is staring directly at you. Thankfully, the king just wishes to invite you, a rare Earth management consultant from the IPC, to speak on the stage. Problem? You're just an outsider. What could you possibly know about the future of Calcis? You've got it. You roll your dry eyeballs slightly and swiftly, then flash the king a standard yet dazzling smile. You take to the stage and release an unending waterfall of sounds in what you imagine their language to be. The crowd of claymen cry as they hear you speak. You worry that you might dissolve in a puddle of your own tears. You laugh and shrug towards the interpreter as you say, this planet doesn't have a shred of hope because the claymen won't make it past the wet season. He says that there is so much hope for Calcis, the interpreter says as he nervously sweats. This is a common language, universalism, you understand. By joining the IPC and being united, there will be no communication barriers. So the researcher's like, yeah, you're fucked, and the interpreter's like, everything's fine! Train! Did I speak with you before? Oh, shoot. Sorry, man.
Oh, it's you. Do you have something on your mind?
You seem really good at taking care of others, considering you tried to revive me.
Oh? What did I do?
Kiss of life. You're always the one to charge into battle. Your judgments are always accurate.
Is that so? Well, I am the train's guard. I suppose it's just instinct. I think you're not bad yourself.
I didn't think you approved of me.
If you're referring to what I think about you joining the Astral Express, you're overthinking it. My position is simple. It doesn't matter to me. I suggest you ignore my opinions and make your own choice.
You don't seem like someone who likes to travel.
Being on the Express isn't exactly the same as traveling or adventuring. The Astral Express symbolizes trailblazing. You understand? Trailblazing implies the unknown, be it unknown risks or unknown rewards. In my opinion, the unknown is no more terrifying than the known. In fact, the unknown signifies something we can control and change.
I'm a little hesitant. I understand.
Okay then.
Let me think things over. Dunhung gives you a slight nod and shifts his gaze elsewhere. Oh boy. See anything down there? I'm gonna check this one little location. Anything? No? Is it time to get off of Herda's great... Whoa. Obviously it's doing the Genshin thing again, but there you go. That's certainly a feeling.
Have you thought things through?
I still have something to talk to you about, Himiko.
Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Why invite me to join?
Because you're different.
Because of the Stellaron?
Well, that might be the biggest reason. It's not the only one. I think you need a chance. A chance to discover just how different you really are from everyone else. Everybody keeps telling you how special you are and how you have a Stellaron inside you. But that's already plain as day to you. And no matter who tells you, be it me or Herta or anybody, it's not the same thing as feeling it yourself. You have to experience enough to know if you've gained or lost anything because of the Stellaron, and to know who you really are. Learn to control the Stellaron, and then you can control your destiny. The Stellaron might still be an enigma, but the fact of the matter is, it's a part of you. And you have to embrace this before you can move forward into the future.
Thank you.
There's no need to be so formal. You helped us defeat that big fella anyway. Plus, if we keep making pleasantries, we'll waste a whole day. You've done me a huge favor by defending the space station from the Antimatter Legion. And know that while Herta may not admit it, she owes me one. She won't refuse me if I ask for a favor in return. And it's probably not too much to ask for a rare item from the space station, right? How about we continue talking on the Express? I'll make you a cup of coffee. My special blend.
That rare item you want wouldn't happen to be from the room I discovered, would it? Have you taken care of everything you need?
I was ready ages ago. I've been here so many times before. It should have just been an ordinary trip for me. But everything's not so ordinary anymore, is it? Walking the same path over and over will never be the same. There will always be something new. That's the meaning of trailblazing.
Because places change while you're not there. What's our next stop for the Astral Express?
As always, to follow in the footsteps of Akivili. Sometimes we stop on other worlds, and we'll continue to do so. There are countless next stops in the galaxy. I love the vast reaches of space, and the Express does too. I want to seek out new worlds, and the Express wants to return to its former path.
I don't have any more questions.
So, have you thought things through?
I wonder what it says. If it says I'll make up my mind, I stay. Does the game end? I don't want to accidentally do something weird, so I'll join the Express.
Then come with me.
The way to celebrate.
Let's go.
I'll be waiting
Time to get on.
till we make it. Oh, we will see.
I'm over here.
Come with me, take the journey.
Oh, that's something I've missed so much from Genshin, is the Honkai's vocal
You
tracks.
over there looking dumbfounded. Yes, Pom-Pom's talking to you. Himiko told Pom-Pom about your situation. Now listen up. Pom-Pom will only say this once. Pom-Pom's sure there have been lots of people telling you how special you are lately. But this is the Astral Express, and everyone on here has their secrets. Since you chose to board, you can abide by the rules. You're not the only special one here. You'd best remember that. I'm Pom-Pom, the conductor. Just come find me if you have any trouble.
He's so cute. The Inter-Astral Guide. Complete operation briefing according to the instruction to obtain rewards. That's big. Open the shortcut wheel. Open Inter-Astral Peace Guide. Complete operation briefing, get it corresponding rewards. Oh, this is like our adventure handbook in Genshin. Enhance character once to level 10. Trailblazing experience? It's probably gonna like raise like a world level or something. Enhance light cone to level 10. Open 10 treasures. Complete adventure mission simulated universe second closed beta. Getting some basic passes. for wishing. I forget what it's called in this version. Complete trailblazing mission, Lingering Shadows. Enhance one character to level 10. Oh wait, I think I maxed out 5 for 5. So claim. Get some stuff. Alright, part 2. 20 treasure chests. I'm a menace. Resonate Trailblazers I dole in one time. Bought it from the shop and heard a ship. Purchase one item in the world shop with Heritanium. Clear calcs one time. Activate or level up character traces 4 times. Well, I need to ascend before I can do that. But yes, I miss... Oh my gosh, I miss Honkai vocal tracks. They do such good music for this series. Wait a minute. I could have sworn I... There you are. Like, I could have sworn I saw Welton here.
Oh, it's you. How do you feel?
I've got a killer headache, which is very true. I've been knocked out the past couple days, which is another reason I haven't been able to record.
I'll check you out in a minute. In any case, I have to thank you for saving March.
You guys saved me too.
All I did was calm that thing inside you down temporarily. I don't want to frighten you, but the truth is you won't ever be in the clear while it's still inside your body. However, as long as the Stellaron is still in your body, you should be careful what you do. I don't know if Himiko and I can suppress it again. But I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired. There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment.
Okay, so a little bit of spoilers, I guess, but not too much. I've heard people say that this Welt is the same Welt from the previous Honkai Impact 3rd universe, and as a result, my bro, take a nap. But yeah, Welt is a researcher of the multi-universe phenomenon and also studies alien species. Lots of characters are going to be from Honkai, but I think Welt is one of the few that might have actually come from the old universe.
But I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired. There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment.
Yeah. And for some reason, he always has cute little alien creatures with him.
What do you think? Does the Astral Express look the same as you imagined?
As expected, it looks like a train.
Everyone on the Express is a passenger. We're all heading towards an unknown destination. Like we're traveling together. Maybe that's why the Trailblaze chose such a look. Oh, right. March and Don Hung should both be in their rooms right now. You can go look for them. You youngsters should get along well.
Are their rooms fun? What about here?
We usually meet up here, but our personal cabins are in the next carriage. Also, don't mind Pom-Pom's antics. They're actually pretty interested in you. It's just that we haven't had new passengers on the Express for a long while. All right, I won't steal Pom-Pom's thunder. If you have any questions, just go ask our conductor.
Let me just look around a bit. I know Pom-Pom wants to talk to me, but again, RPG lady here. Okay, I can't get in there. Is that a reflection, or can I see in the next cabin? It's a reflection. Oh, wait. Is that a space whale? Omni synthesizer. Unlock after completing long wait for the something.
Here already? I was just engaging in pleasantries. How can I help?
Where's March 7th's room about Dungan's room? Is that a photograph?
You recognize this as well? Himiko always likes to bring back weird junk and try to fix it. That also got modified a bit.
March 7th's room?
Oh? Why are you interested in her room? Ah, Pom-Pom remembers Himiko saying that you saved her. Very brave. Very foolhardy. But that is what a trailblazer should be like. March 7th's room is in the express sleeper compartment. She's always running around, so she might not be there.
About Dan Hung's room?
Dan Hong's room? Oh, you mean the archives?
What archives?
He's just sorta living in there, I guess. I can't be bothered getting him out.
He's just sort of living in there. That's his room. That's where else is he meant to live?
March 7th's room is right next to the archives. You can visit him on the way.
That's all my questions for today. I mean, it's not,
Pom-Pom still needs to prepare for the Express's warp jump. You can look around the place yourself. No matter where you go on this train, Pom-Pom will always have my eyes on you. Here already? I was just engaging in pleasantries. How can I help?
anything else? Nope.
Pom-Pom still needs to prepare for the Express no matter where you...
What's this?
Himiko likes using the phonograph a lot. She says it can play melodies from the past.
Oh, that's where the music's coming from.
Welt likes collecting these jet black discs. It seems like they could be antiques. He'd be very happy if you could bring a few back.
They're called records, Pom-Pom. Oh, maybe I can... Oh, I can change the song. I think. Yeah, Take the Journey is what we're currently on. Use the phonograph to change the music when on the Express. By exploring various worlds, you can obtain new records to unlock the tracks. Once upon a time, you set foot in a journey here. How do I move? Follows fails. Turn it back to where it was. Unlock. Okay, later. Or maybe it wants me somewhere else. It was on timeline, I think. Just in case the other one eventually gets DMCA'd. So you can go back and listen to music, because Honkai knows people likes its music. Old-fashioned ship.
There seems to be the sound of electronic equipment.
I forget I speak.
Who's there?
It's me.
Oh, it's you. The door's not locked. Come in.
So you're used to listening to people's footsteps too? I can usually tell when people are outside my room as well. Or outside my various vicinity. I have really good hearing.
Can I help you?
Just looking around.
Feel free. This is open to everyone on the Express. While many of the roads that Akivili traveled along no longer exist, I think it's still meaningful to record our adventures as current passengers of the Express. I enter the collected data into the Archives databank. I try to catalog the people and places the Express encounters, and compare and contrast them with the existing records. Do you see the terminal over there? It can be used to view information already stored in the databank. Do give it a go.
Okay.
I'll be entering any new information we encounter on future journeys, so drop by any time to check it out. We also have a shortcut on the terminal device.
I didn't know you could fix computers so well.
You know, I'm not a...
What?
I have matters to attend to. Feel free.
What did I say that was wrong? What? Maybe it was phrased differently in Chinese. I don't know.
So, if you're heading next door, keep it down.
Is March loud? Is he like me and he hates loud roommates or neighbors? Bookshelf. Oh, these are all the things I've collected. Could have sworn I had these in other spaces too. I'm not gonna read them out again, don't worry. Learned my lesson. Okay, same thing. I love this water effect though down here. Whatever this is, Book of the Archives. Paperback documents are placed tidily on a shelf. Like Don Hung said, the contents are very dense and some of it is even handwritten. The databank stores various information collected during the trailblazing expeditions across the universe. Open the character screen. Okay, so this is similar to the character archive mentioned. Character details. In the databank, you can view each character's story and voice lines. Oh, they're not in the base menu anymore. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but okay. Maybe it was too much clutter for new players. Character introduction. A simple girl who once slumbered in eternal ice and knows nothing about her past. To find the truth about her origins, she decided to travel with the Astral Express. As of right now, she has prepared about 67 different versions of her life story for herself.
Hello. Welcome aboard the Astral Express. My name is March 7th. I'm one of the passengers. We'll be working together. First, we need to take your induction photo. Did that scare you? Just a joke.
Okay, about self.
Maybe my past isn't behind me, but in front of me. That's why I'm gonna keep going forward, one stop at a time. Train or no train.
About your name.
I came up with my name myself, but some people just call me March. Which do you prefer?
Well, I've been calling you March this whole time. Because I'm lazy. So, March. Yeah, I think it said that her name is the date that she was discovered on. Chat about juice?
Ah, juice. If I say the word, I get a craving. If I get a craving, I want to drink some. And if I drink some... I can't stop.
We're taking drinks at the same time, that's funny. I don't plan to go through all of these, just some. Hobbies?
Taking pictures, writing in my diary. What else is there to say?
Annoyances.
I get really bored when no one's talking to me. When we're on the Express, Himeko and Mr. Yang are pretty busy, but Don Hung's usually free. He doesn't like chatting, though.
That doesn't mean he's free.
Every time I'm done sorting my album and look out the window, I always want to take another picture. Even though I've seen the view 1,000 times, I still feel happy looking at the stars like this. No matter how disgusting the dish, you gotta summon your trailblazing spirit and face it. Not gonna lie, though. Jellied eels and Himeko's coffee are pretty tough to stomach.
What the hell does Himiko do to her coffee?
Don Hung got on the train before me. He never mentioned his past. If you get the chance, why don't you ask him about it?
Is she one of those crazy people who put salt in their coffee?
Beautiful Himeko. She's sensible, reliable, and elegant. It's great to have her as the navigator. When I'm grown up, I'm gonna be just like her. I like the now me too, though. I heard Mr. Yang was once the leader of a secret organization and saved a whole planet.
Yup.
Not to mention he's been a teacher and even a storyboard artist. He must be an alien or something.
Yes and no. Yes, in that he's not from here, no, in that he's human.
The conductor is the best!
That's it? That's all you have to say about them?
Of course photos aren't reality, but if you have enough of them, doesn't reality come a little closer? You're just in time! We haven't taken our selfie today. I'm gonna get some rest after I've sorted these photos. Don't stay up all night playing video games again.
Yeah. Actually, I'm too old to do that anymore. Not because I don't believe in the ability for one to do so, it's just that I can't stay awake that long anymore. Character details. A spirited and quirky young girl who is into all the things girls her age are interested in, such as taking photos. I'm pretty sure there's not a set list, but... One second, I gotta put my glasses back on. She was awakened from a piece of drifting eternal ice, only to find that she knew nothing about herself or the past. Though initially feeling dejected, she decided to name herself after the date of her rebirth, and thus on that day, March 7th, was born. And I need to ascend her more to do those. Traces, I can look at those here. Dun Hung. I might do them for the main cast, just because. Character details. A cold and reserved young man who wields a spear known as the Cloud Piercer. He acts as the Express's guard on the long trailblazing expedition. Dan Hung never talks much about his past. In fact, he joined the Express crew to escape the past of his own making. But can the Express really help him out on his past? You know, this is really starting to make me think of the Final Fantasy X-2 crew. Dan Hung being Pain, March 7th being Riku, myself being Yuna. Just a little bit with the personalities. It's got like a very similar dynamic. The regular one who's also super duper special, the hyperactive one, and the super don't want to talk about myself goth controlled one who has all the team self-control.
I should reintroduce myself. My name is Dan Hung. I'm the guard on the Express. I also administer the train's databank. I updated the databank entries today, if you wanted to look anything up. Time to turn in already? Thanks for the reminder. It's easy to lose track of time in the archives. Before you know it, a whole day's gone by. See you tomorrow. I come from an alliance, and was born on a grand and beautiful ship that I barely had the chance to see. I can never return.
Also, I just noticed the buttons on your shirt look like a constellation.
At that time, I had nowhere to go but the Express. Cloud Piercer is always with me, for my safety and the safety of everyone else.
What do you mean everyone else?
It's not really a hobby, but I used to read a lot.
It is a hobby.
If you're not there to look something up, then please don't enter the archives. It's not a place for chit-chat. As vast as the universe is, it cannot change its past. Once there are sufficient records in the databank, the flow of individuals will link together seemingly independent events. March's weakness is that she likes to get involved in other people's business. Perhaps that's also her strength. If you have questions about the Express, Himiko can give you the best answer. Mr. Yang is a very compassionate person, but thankfully, he doesn't pry. My intuition tells me that it would be unwise to provoke the conductor.
Everybody says that. What is the rabbit capable of? Okay. Wait, what does this basic information say? A cold and reserved young man who's reticent about his past. To avoid his kin, he decided to travel with the Astral Express. So, question is, why is he avoiding his kin? Excuse me, sorry. Not indexed. So these are apparently all going to be available characters. I know... Seal? Is that how it's pronounced in English? I got to try out hers, but... I got to try out hers, and I got to try out Hook's, I remember. But I don't know if they're in these banners anymore. I recognize you from Honkai 3rd. I recognize you from Honkai 3rd. Obviously you. You two are inseparable. So I don't know all the Honkai characters, keep that in mind. Because I'm not fully familiar with Honkai, but... Aeons? Just remind me of the Final Fantasy XIV gods just a little bit. The way you kind of like pick who you are associated with. Light cones, factions. Oh god, that's a lot. Maybe I'll leave it up here for like people to... I don't like that it doesn't reset. I don't know. Enemy creatures. Stuff I've seen. Antimatter Legion. Fragmentum monsters. Jarilo-VI. Orb Trotters. An interdimensional creature lost in stars, docile in nature, sweet in taste. Pork. Inedible. Sweet in taste, but inedible. Alright. Spends most of its time feeding and fleeting. Travelers who encounter these creatures can see them as good omens. I don't know what relics are. Apparently neither. Terms. Name? Young shoot sprouts from the cracks of the primordial chaos, nurtured by time of billions of years. It grows into a huge, unrivaled tree. The branches of the giant tree bore colorful young leaves, each containing a fragment of the universe's will. A will that eternally speaks in cryptic variances, but also bestows stunning scenery, treasures, epics, and life upon every world. Heard a space station. Okay, so these are all locations. It's the entry for Cancer of All Worlds. Cancer of All Worlds. Yes, frick. I might read this one. Various factions had started to notice the phenomena since a specific time. A vague, interceptible matter was disrupting the flow of imaginary energy along the interstellar routes created by the Trailblaze. Like a mountain climber meeting a cliff for a long-distance ship encountering tsunamis and whirlpools, interstellar travel changed from being unobstructed to being dangerous and unpredictable. This phenomenon is remarkably aggressive. It continues to encroach upon the neighboring worlds in the form of a mysterious object called the Stellaron. It keeps spreading all around the universe like a cancerous growth, leading to Interastral Peace Corporation to call it Cancer of All Worlds, and warning interstellar travelers not to take it lightly. The world swamped by the Cancer of All Worlds will soon be on saving, and very few people survived. There are many speculations regarding the Cancer of All Worlds, and most related to Nanook, the Destruction, and the Antimatter Legion. The destroyers of the universe often seem to appear together with Stellarons. We do not yet know if these occurrences are related or are only connections. Okay, so you sleep on this, but is this floor like a waterbed or... There's only a thin quilt, but it looks very warm. Being surrounded by all the books and records provides a surprising sense of security.
But can you really sleep on such a hard bed?
A hard bed is good for your spine. A bed that's too soft will end up hurting you.
You're listening to me?
How did he know? Did my gaze betray me?
Maybe.
So, if you're heading next door, keep it down.
Yes, yes. Is there anything further down the hall first? There's like other rooms here, so I maybe wanna... The door is locked, but there's a peculiar scent of coffee coming out of the room. This is Himiko's then. The door doesn't even move an inch as if it's glued in space. It's called a lock. You knock, but there's no response.
The door is unlocked. Should I go in?
Just speak.
Just one look should be fine, right?
Ooh. Pink. March 7's desk. You fail to see anything that resembles a diary. What kinds of gizmos are strewn about on it? Looks neater than her bed does. There's one of her cameras. She has a big plush bed, on the other hand. Intuition tells you that it should be comfier than Don Hung's. I don't know, I feel like I don't mind harder beds, personally, and also whatever that water thing is that would cascade, like, in effect all over your room. I would really like that. Intuition tells you it should be comfier. There are rabbit pillows and a bear pillow. Pom-Pom's toy? Conductor Pom-Pom's doll. It doesn't have any clothes. It's a bit faded. You have no idea where they found it. So that's what it looks like without clothes. Cookies. Is that a VHS tape? Is that a book or a it almost looked like a VHS. Since the pages on the side are black, the cozy rest area is in stark contrast to Dunhung's. Sparse bed next to the floor. The velvet blanket is soft to the touch and feels comfortable. Sitting on it feels just as comfortable. Not sure about sleeping on it, though. Yeah, I've seen, like, Japanese futons, too, that go underneath the kotatsu, so you can actually, like, sleep under the kotatsu, because it's big enough to be used as a bed, as well as a cushion to sit on.
Make a choice I won't regret. Reach the future.
After staying a while, you realize that the memories with this are not just your adventures. It's kind of creepy, man. How did she manage to shoot some of these angles? You're pretty sure some of the pictures on the wall have been captured without a camera. Not even March 7th is there. What a mysterious photo wall. The walls on the flash and blank, filled with memories of your adventures. After staring at it for a while, you realize the memories on the wall aren't just your adventures. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Also, the cute little box with a face. I feel like this is a running gag from somewhere that I don't want to say quite where because it's personal, but hello, you. Oh, you can see temperature 26 degrees. I'm assuming that's Celsius. Otherwise, it'd be damn cold in here. It's a full-length mirror with frosted glass. It may have some kind of hidden meaning. Why is her mirror frosted? This is a shy full-length mirror. No matter how much you fiddle with it, it won't move. You don't quite understand why March 7th has brought this mirror. It doesn't reflect your appearance. Maybe it only wants to show March 7th. Whoa. It doesn't show my appearance? I can see other things in it, but I can't see mine. Is that a fun way of saying, like, we didn't know how to code that, or... Oh, whoa, ceiling. She has, like, the ultra cool version of space stuff on the ceiling.
Hi. Hello. Attention all passengers. Attention all passengers. The Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall. I repeat, the Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall.
I want to look at Donhung's ceiling really quick. Oh, you just have like a really... Ooh, that's actually almost too mechanical. But then again, if it's for your computers, I understand. There's March.
There you are. Wait, this is your first trip. So that should be double the excitement, right?
I'm still a little worried about what lies ahead.
You're just like Mr. Yang, always worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Young people should be energetic. Here, let's do some relaxation exercises. The first step is to grab a hold of the root cause of your anxiety.
You can't just grab something like that. Okay, got it.
You really got it, huh? The second step is to focus all your anxiety on that point.
Is this some mumbo jumbo about transferring consciousness? Okay, I'm ready for step 3.
Seems like you're a natural. It's not easy to reach this level of enlightenment. Now for step 3. Yank out that anxiety and cast it away with all your might.
Come on, this is using psychological suggestion. Okay, I've cast out all the anxiety now. That is actually a real meditation technique, though.
Really? I've never been able to do it successfully myself.
Yeah, I unfortunately have to do that a lot due to my OCD.
What does it feel like? Like all your worries have been swept away?
Imagining the thing getting tossed outside of you actually does help simmer down the anxiety a bit.
long enough. But at least everyone's here now.
Where's Dan Heng?
He won't be here, so just leave him be.
He handles the warp jump in his own room like a champ. Probably tries to make sure the computers don't go haywire.
Oh yeah, take these.
What's this?
A tiny bonus from the conductor to the passenger. Think of it as an investment in your future growth.
Kind of like me. I'm used to falling asleep out on ships, so to me, the rocking or like the sudden jolt of the engines moving me isn't like too big a deal. I just reflexively know how to hold myself in place. I've been doing it ever since I was a kid, after all. Level 2 rewards? Oh, this is probably like Catherine in Genshin. Two. Yeah, this is like our rolled level. Every 5, I guess we get a wish, maybe? I believe I'm level 8, so... am I 9? I might be 9. There we go. Yeah, I'm level 9. Ooh, what's that? Some sort of energy drink? Maybe they're for, like, recovering stamina.
Okay, everyone, hurry up and find a place to sit down. Try not to be like March, always running around the express like a headless chicken. Pom-Pom's going to start the final preparations for the jump.
Today is yesterday's tomorrow. Complete. Friends. Add friends, receive support, and challenge strong enemies. So, IRL friends. I probably won't be, adding people quite yet. Depends. I won't be adding strangers quite yet. I don't think. I don't know what it wants me to do.
What's going on? Did something happen? Pom-Pom isn't a robot. Train conductor needs breaks too.
About Dan Heng, Himiko's coffee. One of the things Pom-Pom admires about Dan Heng is that he can actually drink Himiko's coffee. He even complimented her on it a few times. I used to wonder if there was something wrong with Dan Heng's taste buds, but later he mentioned it to me in passing that he regards Himiko's coffee as an excellent tool to test his grit. Anyway, please don't mention any of this to Himiko. As the Express's navigator, she puts in a lot of work that goes unnoticed, so Pom-Pom tries to not be too hard on her. Can I talk to anybody else again?
This is your first time experiencing the warp jump, so a little discomfort is unavoidable. If you're really anxious about it, I can stay here and have a chat with you.
About our companions.
About everyone on the Express? Who would you like to know about?
About Himiko.
She's the owner of the Express. We joke around calling Pom-Pom the conductor, but everyone knows Himiko is the boss. It all started with her encounter with the Astral Express, and they haven't been apart since then. She's extremely passionate, like a burning sun. However, she remains mysterious most of the time. Once in a while, you feel that she's burning herself out, trying to accomplish her dream. Only someone like her is worthy of the Astral Express. I think Himiko's vision of her whole life revolves around a very important dream.
About Pom-Pom.
To be honest, I don't know when Pom-Pom appeared. I think it was before I came to the Express. No, wait, maybe it was after. Pom-Pom is like the spirit of the Astral Express. Whenever anyone on the Express needs help, they will appear immediately. It would be ill-advised to underestimate them.
Everybody keeps telling me that.
Pom-Pom is terrifying when they get angry. Yes, it's terrifying.
Oh, me too, buddy. About Dan Heng.
Dan Heng is a lonely child. He may appear distant and cold, but his heart is kind. Perhaps he's the way he is today because he spent so much time on the run. Sometimes he reminds me of myself when I was young. He used to work at the Xianzhou. We don't know what he's running from. He once told me that he didn't know either. All he knew was that something was chasing him and that he had to run. So he boarded the ship of a troop called the Morning Actors and escaped the IPC. After a while, he made his way to the Express, and he's stayed here longer than anywhere else. Don't worry. No matter who or what wants to hurt Dan Heng, we won't let them. Those who dare attack members of the Astral Express should be prepared to suffer the wrath of me and Himiko.
About March 7th.
Did Himiko tell you about March 7th? She was trapped in ice, floating through space. We happened upon her and rescued her. It was a unique type of ice known as six-phased ice, a substance that adheres to imaginary law, meaning that external forces cannot change its form. Whoever sealed her inside the six-phased ice, no matter who it is, did so either to protect her or banish her. I believe she had been floating through space for some time.
So we got one party member who doesn't know where the heck they came from. She just thawed out of ice. And we have another one who knows where he came from but refuses to tell us about his past other than the fact that he's running from something. But even then, he might not know what he's running from. All right, I have other questions about Stellarons.
It's impossible to trace the origins of this phenomenon. When it's observed by humans, or should I say, once it begins to affect the physical world, it's already too late to reverse. It's like a sudden storm that appears on a calm ocean. This phenomenon causes the smooth journey through the expanse to be filled with dangers. The mechanism whereby this mutation and corrosion spreads is the Stellarons. It promulgated rapidly, like cancer cells, so the International Peace Corporation named it the Cancer of All Worlds.
About the Antimatter Legion, who are also in Honkai Impact 3rd.
They are the army ruled by the Eon of Destruction, Nanook. As Nanook's followers, they stand against all life and civilization and execute the will of destruction, disseminating chaos and calamity. Their actions cannot be explained by reason, because their only motivation and purpose is to destroy.
About the Fragmentum.
Fragmentums are a phenomenon of corrosion. The mainstream school of thought is that Stellarons catalyzed the appearance of Fragmentums. All matter and space that comes into contact with the Fragmentum will be turned into Fragmentum creations. However, you don't have to feel too burdened. At the very least, the current state of the Stellaron in your body is very stable and will not cause distortion to the outside.
Oh, that's good to know at least. For now. Thanks to you bonking me on the forehead.
What's wrong? You look like you were about to say something. Oh, I think I know what you're going to ask. You've come to the right person.
About the Express.
Oh, you want to know more about the Express? I'm glad. After all, it's an important companion of ours.
Oh my gosh. About the history of the Express, about where the Express is headed, about the Express source of power. History of Express.
The Astral Express was a tool created by Akivili the Trailblaze, who used it to transport themselves and the Nameless across the galaxy. It is rumored that there are other vehicles like it, but the Express has no such records.
And the Nameless. Is the Nameless Kiana?
When I found the Express, its memory had been severely damaged, with much of its valuable information lost. All I know is that the Express is an aspect of creation built by Akivili themselves and used to travel the cosmos. As for how it was built and how it was damaged, I do not have an answer.
About where the Express is headed.
The Express is traveling on a route that the Trailblaze once embarked on. The names of some destinations have been lost, but the first and final stops were both at Pagana, Akivili's homeworld. We speculate the Astral Express started its journey from Pagana, stopping at each destination along the way before returning there for its next journey. However, the appearance of the Stellaron has caused a delay at each stop.
About the Express's source of power.
There's a legend in the galaxy. The heart of Akivili themselves lies in the core of the Astral Express, providing it with the power to travel between worlds. But I found no evidence of that aboard the Express. Besides, the Express existed before the Trailblaze fell. There's no way they could have had two hearts, right? However, it is likely that the Express possesses some sort of mechanism to transfer power from the Trailblaze. It wouldn't be possible with a normal Path Strider.
About Akivili.
The fallen Eon, deceased Trailblaze. Their passing is still a mystery, but of all the known Eons, Akivili was the closest to mankind. In the databank aboard the Express, it is recorded that they walked among the mortals, adventuring, fighting, and celebrating with them. Although they were an Eon restrained by the Prima Mobile, Akivili enjoyed a freedom similar to us mortals. They were different from most. But their passing came so suddenly that it was thought they were killed by another Eon. I don't believe that to be the case.
And I know the game is pronouncing it Eon, but just to make sure I don't confuse it with Eon, E-O-N, I'm going to continue calling it Aeon, because I'm used to that pronunciation. Another question about the galaxy.
The galaxy is endlessly vast. I wouldn't know where to begin, especially when you ask me like that so suddenly.
About its nature.
I've been to many different worlds, yet I still know very little about the galaxy, simply because it's too vast. As for its nature, there are a few theories that I can share with you. The most popular is probably the Cosmos Tree theory, proposed by Xandar, emanator of erudition and the first member of the Genius Society. He compared the galaxy to an enormous imaginary tree, with its leaves being individual universes. Therefore, only Eons who draw their energy from the imaginary, and emanators who are blessed by Eons, can travel through the spaces filled with imaginary energy. That's why planets where civilizations exist are so similar.
High Norse mythos.
However, the theory has its flaws. Elias Salas, the 56th member of the Genius Society, invented remote detection, disproving that the imaginary is unique. This shook the foundation of the Cosmos Tree theory. There are other theories as well. The stretching theory, the heat torch theory, and the parallel imaging theory. The Riddlers claim the galaxy is just a dream, and IX's followers seem to like that claim.
About the Aeons.
Eons are the most mysterious beings in the galaxy. All we know is that they ascended from the form of intelligent beings. As for the how and why, even the geniuses over at the Genius Society haven't the slightest clue. Upon ascending to Eonhood, that being gains power over the paths, free to choose the allocation of imaginary energy however they wish, while suffering the restrictions of the Prima Mobile. The Eon of Destruction seeks only to destroy the universe, while the Eon of Erudition wants to find the answer for all that exists. Meanwhile, the Eon of Preservation continues to forge walls, and the Eon of Enigmata devotes itself to obscuring all that is known. A cloud of mystery shrouds the Eons. I heard Madame Herta recruited a team to try and solve the mysteries about them.
It seems like if I was aligned in this universe, I might be Erudition. About the factions.
Compared to the Eons, the factions are much easier to understand. mortals with the same objective gather together to practice their understanding of eons and paths. Many eons are unreachable, but the factions are close to us. After Akivili trailblazed across the galaxy, people became aware of the existence of other worlds. Gradually, more people started trying to use the power of the eons to travel between worlds. The Interastral Peace Corporation is a good example. They worship Klapoth, the Eon of Preservation, but somehow became the largest economic entity in the galaxy. Another example is the Genius Society. There are no shortages of eccentrics like Madame Herda who dedicate themselves to scientific research under the protection of the erudition. These factions possess the same power as us to voyage between worlds. It would be hard to travel through the galaxy without them.
Of course, that's just my assumption, considering I don't know every single Aeon and every single path yet, so that might change, but from what I have right now, it seems like I would probably be erudition about the paths.
The birth of an eon gives rise to a path. The nature of the paths remains a mystery, leaving us to draw an analogy in a way that mortals can understand. It's a philosophical concept of sorts. A person is considered to be on a path when their will overlaps with that path. If the person has a strong enough will, they can draw power from that path. Those who can do so are called Pathstriders. Pathstriders possess extraordinary power, but are still insignificant compared to the eons, like a drop of water in a vast ocean. Sometimes eons will bestow a mortal with their power, making them an emanator of that eon.
So basically Pathstriders are like vision holders in Genshin.
I should mention that once a path is open, it cannot be closed, even with the fall of its eon. That is how we are still able to travel across the stars, despite Akivili's passing.
Another question about the Trailblaze.
Trailblaze is our mission, and the source of strength that powers the Express to travel across the galaxy.
About the exploration.
Explore the unknown world to continue our journey ahead.
About understanding.
Understand the local culture and immerse ourselves within it.
Establishing.
Establish a connection with the new world. Rejoice with it and share in its fears.
Connection.
Connect worlds together, carving an endless path.
And if everybody was able to do all the above, then maybe we wouldn't have so many problems. Another question. Don't have any more questions. Can I talk to you anymore? I don't know if I can. I kind of want to go see if Don Hung says anything new. I know I'm making this take like way longer than it needs to, but... Nope. Sit. Are you ready to move to the next planet? What's the next stop for the Astral Express?
The universe. The Astral Express. Eons. Did I get dragged into a science fiction movie or something? This Stellaron thing in my
Are you
body?
talking about the stars?
Thank you.
I've done stuff like that before. But it wasn't stars for me, though. It was lights. When I first woke up after being rescued from the ice, I could see clusters of stars in front of me. I reached out for them automatically, but they turned out to be the carriage ceiling lights.
Yeah, I hate that trope that they tried to pull, but I'm glad they made it into a joke instead.
The whole crew was watching me. It was pretty embarrassing.
Rescued from ice. Question mark?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Before all this, I was stuck in a huge block of ice drifting through space. Himeko and Mr. Yang and... who was it again? Anyway, they figured out a way to melt the ice and saved me.
I know I technically already know this, but I want to hear it from her to see it all perspectives. How did you get frozen? Do you remember what happened before you were frozen? I'll go with how did you get frozen.
Who knows? I don't remember anything before that.
Same answer, probably.
Who I am, where I'm from, my name. It's like everything was erased from my mind. March 7th was the day they found me, so it stuck. Ever since then, I've been hanging out on this train and following it to whatever destination it decides to stop at. I'm hoping that one day I can find my past. What am I talking about this for? A way to get everyone down, huh?
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's fine. I was the one who brought it up. Cheer up. It's not every day someone gets to ride on the Astral Express. Ah, here comes the conductor.
The Express has reached a safe distance from the space station. We'll be jumping in about 10 minutes. Return to your seats, please. Both of you! Things could get bumpy.
Thanks, Pom-Pom. But did you really have to come and remind me? I'm not a newbie, you know.
Well, it wouldn't be necessary, but Miss March 7th likes to challenge herself. And falls over every time.
That's just called never giving up. Conductor, can I get a juice, please? Thank you!
We're jumping in 5 minutes. You can have something to drink when it's over.
But I'm thirsty now. Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time.
Well, I can't blame you. So many people do that on boats too. Don't hurt yourself.
It's fine. I'm sturdier than I look. Besides, the ice will protect me. When I'm in danger, I instinctively create ice to protect myself.
Is that how you got encased?
Though sometimes falling on the ice actually hurts more than falling on the ground.
That's because the ice has a greater Mohs hardness level.
Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up. Oh, don't worry about me.
I'm rooting for you.
Thanks. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. The key is using your core, waist, and leg muscles. It's not your stance that matters, but your ability to ride the inertia.
It's kind of both.
Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up. Oh, don't worry about me.
Why do you make things hard for yourself?
Don't be silly. This is fun. I like keeping busy. Otherwise, I start obsessing over pointless things.
Yeah, me too.
Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit.
I got gummies for that if you need to borrow any. I guess they're technically not borrowing. I don't want it back. If you want to bum some off of me.
Jumps are like this. They may feel novel the first few times, but you'll slowly get used to them after a few more. As for the mechanism, well, if you're interested, I'll explain it to you in detail when we have more time. For now, just sit and wait. Remember to close your eyes. It helps with the dizziness.
I don't get seasick.
Jumps are like this.
Okay,
As for the
it's the same thing.
Our next stop is a small planet called Jarilo-VI. It's been thousands of years since the last time the Express paid a visit. The databank shows it was a lush and beautiful place. But after all this time, it's possible that dramatic changes have occurred.
Can I interact with this thing now? No. Door's shut tight. Maybe Donna.
Danhong locked it.
Maybe that, like you said, that's his way of doing the jump. Doesn't want to be disturbed. He probably just rides it out in the cabin like I do. Since I can handle big ship movements in my cabin just fine. Very comfortable sofa. Feels like you fall right asleep after sitting on it. Hold on tight and wait for the jump to finish.
Hello? Hello, hello? All passengers, please return to your seats. The train is about to make the jump.
won't.
Hold on, everyone.
Won't fall over. I won't fall over. I won't fall over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After all those millennia, is this what Jarilo-VI has become?
I mean, to be fair, if you can handle the jump just sitting down and not strapped in any way, it's totally not enough to like hurt March by just standing and bracing for it.
Uh-huh. So, that snowy planet is our destination this time?
Yes. Looks like this trailblazing expedition won't be easy.
Oh, spatial readout anomaly. Star rail stability is down to 12%. Schedule alteration. 7-day stopover time extended indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Until the anomaly is removed.
Take an ordinary train as an example. It's like the tracks up ahead have suddenly snapped, and the way forward leads straight into a collapsing abyss. The only sensible thing to do would be to brake hard, right?
If we try to force our way ahead, there could be a hefty price to pay.
This again? Don't tell me. It's gotta be.
B. There we go. It was still loading.
The results of the preliminary analysis are here. The anomaly stems from a stellaron, as always.
I didn't do it.
Yes, just like the one that's been placed into your body.
What should we do?
Don't worry, it's not the first time our route has been obstructed by a stellaron. Stellarons are clouded in mystery. Even Herta isn't able to fully understand them, but at least we know how to neutralize their influences.
The only thing we can say for sure is that their arrival causes massive changes to civilizations and ecosystems. They also generate distortions in space, such as fragmentums. There must be an inextricable connection between the stellaron we're dealing with here and Jarilo-VI becoming a frozen planet.
Our current theory is that stellarons are seeds of disaster, planted by a certain eon throughout the universe. We can't continue to trailblaze without removing the source of the disaster.
Why can't the people of the world save themselves, so we're like Chivalry's band of cosmic knights? This feels rude, but I'm also curious. So you're saying...
That we've gotta get busy.
I'd like to entrust this trailblazing expedition to March, Dan Hung, and you.
So I can't figure out how to pronounce his name. Some people say Dan Hung and some people say Don Hung, and I don't know which is correct.
The objective is clear. Find the stellaron responsible for the disaster and the spatial distortions, and bring it back to the Express. We'll deal with the rest.
Awesome! We get to work as a team again.
You're not coming?
Someone has to stay on the train or Pom Pom will get lonely. Not to mention, Nanook threw us a glance just now. If we're targeted by the Antimatter Legion, then things could go south fast.
So it's still not our turn.
I know you really want to go, but we should give the youngsters a chance to get out there on their own. It'll be a good opportunity for them to bond. March, if you two are ready, why not go and find Dan Hung? He's probably already started collating the ecological data and survey results for Jarilo-VI. It's always good to know more about the destination before you start a journey.
In the withering wintering nights, a grand cool adventure. Begin. You're so cute.
Each stop brings its own grand and exciting adventure.
Have you been on an adventure before, Pom Pom?
No. Pom Pom can't leave the train right now.
Pom-Pom's so dejected all of a sudden.
I'm heading out. Can I ask if they've been to Jarilo-VI?
Exciting adventure?
Have you been to Jarilo-VI before?
No. Pom-Pom can't leave the train right now.
Pom-Pom's so dejected.
Okay, same thing either way.
Ever since the destruction sowed Stellarons across the universe, many worlds have changed. Nanook, the destruction, Yaosha, the abundance, Terminus, the finality. I've seen and learned a lot in my time, but I still struggle to understand some of the Eon's actions. Ever since the destruction...
Okay, it's the same thing.
Thanks to a brilliant performance, you guys saved the space station from a moment of crisis. Now, the Express is relying on you to get it moving again. Remember, there are 4 things we do when we arrive at a new world. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. And I'm sure you'll get along really well with March and Dan Hung.
I do. I like both of them very much. Where's March? There you are.
A planet covered in snow and ice. Will I find my answer here? Whoa! Don't sneak up on me like that.
I didn't.
Why are you still here? Go find Don Hung. Exciting adventures are waiting for us.
I can't sneak on anybody. I'm wearing heels.
Are you doing okay after your first jump?
Yep, I'm good.
Dizziness or retching are normal reactions. You'll feel better once you get used to it.
No, seriously, I don't get seasick. I feel fine.
So you have high compatibility with the Express. That's good. I went through the Express's database, and it seems the environment on Jarilo-VI has undergone drastic changes in the past few centuries. It was not a frozen planet to begin with.
Well, they say it was caused by a Stellaron.
He said so? Considering the spatial obstacles that the Star Rail has encountered, it's highly possible. I've conducted a preliminary survey and found that there's one area with a relatively normal temperature on the surface of the planet. By normal, I mean a temperature that just about allows for human survival. If I had to choose a site for initial investigation on this trailblazing expedition, that would be it.
Himiko wants you, me, and March 7th to go together.
As I expected. Before you came, whenever March wanted to go anywhere, Himiko would make Mr. Yang and me go with her. And even after you arrived, I didn't suppose I'd be the one to be liberated of that duty. I assume the trailblazing objective this time is to find the Stellaron on Jarilo-VI and dispel the effect it's exerting on the Star Rail. Right? I see. You should find March. I'll join you two once I'm ready.
I already found March. She's right in front of you.
I see.
Did you talk to Don Hung? How'd it go?
He doesn't seem very enthusiastic.
That's our Don Hung. Always trying to look cool with his poker face. Don't mind him. Relax. Don Hung and I are experienced trailblazers. We got your back. Well, are you ready?
You bet.
When I first saw this planet, I thought, a world covered in ice. Could it have something to do with my past? Now I can't stop thinking about it. Still, the ice that trapped me was six-phased ice, a very rare substance. I don't think you can find it on your average planet.
Won't know unless we have a look ourselves.
To be honest, I think I'd be kind of annoyed if I found out this was my home world. It looks freezing. Pretty girls aren't frost resistant.
And yet you seem to be.
What? Is there something on my face?
Nah, I was just imagining all the fun we're gonna have here.
feel sorry for this world. First the Stellaron, and now you.
Let's go.
All right, here comes the Jarilo-VI Trailblaze team.
We are not dressed for this.
We're here.
It really is one big snowball.
It really is one big snowball. It doesn't feel that cold. Bullshit.
Hey, get your own metaphor. Snow as far as the eye can see. Which direction should we take?
Based on the coordinates, the target should be up ahead.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Why didn't we land at the destination? I didn't know we'd be hiking.
Do you want to mention the time we smashed a hole through Taikian Stadium? Or shall I?
Oh, jeez. So that's why.
Please stop bringing that up. Let's just say that landings and crowds don't mix.
Unless you enjoy trailblazing through 2 weeks of community service.
I said drop it!
Remember, we should stay vigilant. We know very little about this world.
Calm down. Between the three of us, nothing will stand in our way. I mean, come on. You've got a Stellaron in your body. I have my special 6-phased ice powers. And Danhung, he's got that mysterious past thing going for him. So if people start creating trouble for us, they're gonna regret it.
Let's just make sure that we're not the ones creating trouble.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's like the opposite of Kingdom Hearts. We have to meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Let's go. Braving the unknown? That's the real spirit of trailblazing.
Alright. Trailblazing experience. Navigation? Thanks to the navigation system of the Astral Express, you can travel between different worlds and areas. The worlds that you've been to will be marked on the Star Rail map. Okay, so I probably can't go back to Herda's place eventually then.
This place still hasn't been corroded, yet Fragmentum monsters have already made it here. I fear the Stellaron may be exerting a significant influence on this world.
Are those monsters or are those turned to stone? Okay, it wants fire. I can probably actually put... Hang on.
Keep at it.
Not that. Party. How do I... Team setup, there we go. I am so used to Switch controls. 9. 8. There we go. Let's put Asta back for the fire because enemies in here actually respond to it. My regular team comp. I wonder why.
Too late to repent.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
So what happened here? Frozen solid? Calc's teleportation activated? What a strange object. It seems really out of place in the snowy plains. Maybe Mr. Yang will know what this is. Let's send a message to ask him. It takes a picture. What is this, Mr. Yang? This is a Calx. It's a strange entity born from a phenomena of space distortion. There are some reality data in the Calxes that might come in handy, but please be careful when coming into contact with them. The existence of Calxes is still a mystery to us, and the dangers within is incalculable. In your coming journey, you might come across other Calxes like this, and the reality data stored in different Calxes may vary, so look out for that. Calx Gold, and defeat enemies to obtain general materials. Oh, is this going to be like the ley lines in Genshin? Calcs. Experience materials. Yes! Has been archived at the Interastral Peace Guide. View details here. These game modes cost Trailblaze powers to play. Trailblaze power recovers over time. Yeah, so it is the Bud of Memories, open daily. So this thing is the ley lines. Level 16 though. Oh. Ooh. Last time I did 16, it didn't go well. Okay, so it costs 10, so you can do certain waves like so many times in a row to get stuff faster, but also, nope, this. It could be bad. Lycones. One of these, erudition, nihility, hunt, preservation. Does it say like what level these are? 4, 3. Yeah, this one's 4, so this one's better. Destruction. Increases the wearer's basic attack and skill damage by 20%. Increases the wearer's attack by 10. Increases their damage to enemies inflicted with burn or bleed. So that's technically better in the long run, but for now I'm gonna stick with my basic books. Oops, not that. Erudition. You're both erudition, so let's give you... Now that I have a book, I believe. No? Yeah, there we go, erudition. I have another one. Wait, who's on... Oh, you're on a book. You need a book. So here you go, here's a book. Asta has a light cone. Let's maybe... increase that. What are we compared to? 12, 10. Everybody has 12, so we can maybe get her up to 12. It's for leveling. Oh, we have more now. I bet 20 is. Yeah, there we go. Ascend. Requires Trailblaze level 15? Oh, so I need to do more plot in order to get that far. Okay. So I can't even ascend. I have materials, but it requires Trailblaze level 15. Good to know. You're 8, so let's... get you up with everybody else. $11, $15. I mean, I can maybe take it. What happens if I fail? I have all the right... Oh god, I don't know. I'm probably going to be using Asta for this place, so... Everybody Everybody else is at 15. You can't just have one character that's weaker than everybody else either. I'll get her up to 15. All right.
I've no interest in conflict.
All right, let's see how this works. How do I want to do this? Okay, that's not too bad. I still don't know what bounces. You hold it, deals minor fire damage to an enemy target with 5 bounces in total. I still don't quite understand, so might as well find out.
Here! Let's go.
Ooh, her shield doesn't go up as far as it used to.
Too late to repent.
Scared yet? Phew!
Yeah, there we go.
Fighting is meaningless.
I would just go for the experience in this one. Use all my points for the day.
Scared yet? Huh? Told ya I could fight.
Since I'm so far behind anyway.
Here!
Let's make it quick. Yeah.
I've no interest in conflict.
Tough luck running into me. Phew!
Let's go. Yeah.
Scared yet? Huh?
Oops, that's just technically the wrong one, was it? Oh well. Okay, it is restarting the battle each time.
Here! You're annoying! No manners, huh? Told ya I could fight.
Let's make it quick.
Fighting is meaningless.
Huh? My turn.
I've no interest in conflict.
Yeah, this is gonna be part of the mobile game part, in that, you're gonna have to redo stuff.
Phew!
Yeah.
You're annoying! Scared yet?
But if it gets me experience, then so be it.
Tough luck running into me.
Let's go. Yeah.
Scared yet?
Fighting is meaningless.
Scared yet? Huh?
characters have like friendship experience similar to Genshin or not.
Who invited you? My turn. You can't run.
Fighting is meaningless.
Scared yet? Huh? Phew!
Let's make it quick.
Try that again.
I've no interest in conflict.
No manners, huh?
Change team. Exit. Challenges on last cycle 1. I'm curious if there's a way to make it go faster, because so far I have like a lot of opportunity to do this.
Scared yet? Huh? Here!
Let's go. Yeah.
You can't run! Try that again. Told you I could fight. You can't run! Scared yet? Huh? Tough luck running into me. Phew!
Yeah.
Try that again. Ooh. You can't run. Who invited?
This is our chance.
There we go. I've done it 8 times. Got a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I should save it or not. Like I said, probably won't. Calx Golden? A strange creation in the shape of a flower with the golden stamens and pistis. Its ink and black petals defeat enemies to gain character experience, light cone experience materials, and credits. Is there... Unlocks at Equilibrium level 1. I don't know what that... Oh, level 32, 42, 52, and 62. So... How are we for... Oh wait, I can't send to you. I can work on, like, merch. Sometimes the mouse is just easier. Oh yeah, I've got like 31 of these now. 16, 17, 18. Sometimes I think it does the Genshin thing where it goes up like faster than what you actually put materials in for. $20. Trailblaze level 15 for you too. 56, 17. It goes to 18 for some reason. Not that I'm complaining. 19. $20. There we go. Now I'd be able to go back and defeat that thing, but... There we go. Ow. I smacked the desk. On my current peeps are maxed level. Enhance. How many? Okay, that was for books. I don't see. I didn't get any for my light cones. But since we are Let's see. Yeah, that one is for... I don't think this one has light cone stuff in it. It has bigger books eventually, but this one just has books. They might change day by day too. Different ones might have different things. But since I got my main crew all up to level 20, I am probably good there for now. Since I can't ascend anybody until I'm Trailblaze level 15 anyway. I might save one for if I find, like, books. Or little battery things for my light cones.
I've no interest in conflict.
Who invited you?
Because I'm OP now anyway.
Did you see that? I think something's moving.
The snow?
It's just an ordinary snowdrift. Are you sure you're not seeing things?
Of course not. My eyesight's perfect. Come on, let's take a closer look. Hey, get out of there or you'll shiver to death.
Hello?
Your breath won't help.
You're only gonna make it worse, actually.
I got this, March. Someone's got their head stuck in the sand. Or the snow in this case.
Try holding your breath while under the snow. You're just going to lower your body temperature more. Because you're going to slow your heart rate.
They just need a helping hand.
Ouch! My fine fellow, was that really necessary? Is crawling around in the snow a crime these days? I mean, come on, surely. It doesn't warrant a spearing.
Aren't you the dude from the trash can in the trailer?
But then again, how can I blame you? I mean, I caught you off guard. It had to happen. You could even say I deserved it, huh? Besides, I made a gallant group of new friends as a result.
Never mind, I got speared right in the booty, but hey.
Is Captain Japard around? He's an old buddy of mine.
Who?
Wait, you're not Silvermane guards? Well, why didn't you say so? Turns out we're on the same side after all. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Sampo Koski.
I'm Bren, or Stell.
Excellent, I'll remember the name. Never thought I'd run into friends from the same line of work out here in this frozen wasteland. Business is bad these days, but fear not, Sampo Koski isn't interested in hoarding. There's more than enough treasure to go around, so let's get rich together. Say, why don't we join forces? I have reliable intel the main strength of the Silvermane guards is being deployed to the front line. This is a golden opportunity.
What business are you talking about? Silvermane guards, the front line?
Come now, friends. I can understand the mistrust, but there's no need for the charade. Then again, I know the rules. Vigilance is the name of the game in our profession. It's my fault for letting my enthusiasm and sincerity get the better of me. Anyway, a meeting like this has to have been written in the stars. Ask me anything you like. I won't skimp on the details. Still make it snappy. You're never more than 10 feet from a Silvermane guard.
They're like spiders, I guess. Let's see. Is there a settlement nearby? Why were you hiding in the snow? I have no idea who these Silvermane guards. Why are you hiding in the snow?
Me? You guys scared me to death. There I was, looking for relics to sell, when all of a sudden you came stomping over. I thought the Silvermane guards were paying me a visit. Seriously, though, try treading a little lighter next time, huh? If you run into the guards, they won't hide in a snowdrift, and you'll be in a cell before you know it.
Is it illegal to exist? Is there a settlement nearby?
Settlement? What a literary turn of phrase. Why, there's only one place in this world where the living still reside. Our beloved Belobog. The further away you get, the dicier things become. The city of preservation, the towering citadel, humanity's last bastion against the eternal freeze. It may sound a bit over the top, but those names are grounded in truth. The only place humans can eke out an existence is behind those impregnable walls.
And yet you have short sleeves and an open chest. And no earmuffs. I have no idea who these Silvermane guards even are.
You really don't know? The Silvermane guards are Belobog soldiers, enforcers, and police. Let's just say they're not the most flexible of people. And they like paying visits to folks in our line of work.
What's behind you? Is that a lantern or a bong? Anyway, I also noticed with your outfit, I can see your shoulders, which means not only are you wearing a short sleeve jacket, but you're also wearing a tank top.
Seems like you guys really are new to the business. To be young and naive again. How about this? As a senior in the field, which I'm sure you don't mind me saying, I'll give you some free guidance. There are ways of doing things in this profession, and you better get familiar with them. Moving in the shadows, finding the goods, pricing your stock, hiding from the guards. There's an art to all of it.
No need. Why don't you just take us to the city? We don't really know the way.
The city? Already? They haven't even started trading yet. Well, showing you the way is easy enough, Missy, but it would cost. But it would be my pleasure. Kindness is Sampo Koski's middle name. Follow me, friends, and keep quiet. We don't want to be spotted by the guards.
Very
Why were you hiding from the Silvermane guards?
interesting personality.
Yeah, we're just storing a few relics away from prying eyes. Nothing serious. If it weren't for the uncompromising nature of our civil service, there'd be no need for secrecy. So where about you guys from, anyway? I don't mean to pry or anything. I just care about my friends. No pressure.
What is this? Sampo? Sir? That's one way to keep warm. Anyways, away we go. Checkpoint.
Rule number 7, never leave a footprint. I have my own special technique called invisible snow walking. Helps me throw off pursuers in no time.
Is this how people during Prohibition era would wear shoes that look like cow hooves so people would think it was traces of cow and not people?
Who are they?
You remember the Silvermane guards I mentioned? That's them! Help me, old friends! I don't want to be caught!
It's the suspect and his accomplices. Arrest them!
It's now or never! Over to you, dear friends!
And
Hey, where do you think you're?
there we go. Slinking off into the distance.
No manners, huh? Huh?
Cute!
Let's go. Just a scratch.
Try that again.
I've no interest in
Ooh,
conflict.
you come in waves, I see.
Who invited you?
You can't run.
Let's make it quick.
Ooh. I guess bleed damage does hurt me after every turn or so.
Try that again.
Fighting is meaningless. Guard Landau, captain of the Silver Mane Guards, order you to relinquish your futile resistance.
Ugh, that Sampo cheated us all. Wait till I get my hands on him.
Suspect! Relinquish your resistance!
So I'm a criminal, huh? Forget Sampo. Wait until I get my hands on you! I don't remember inviting you.
Alright. Let's see.
A gift from the stars.
Went with bounce just to see if it would do anything.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go.
On my command.
Oh no. You could.
You can't.
Well, that sucks. So you can summon more people. And you hurt. Great.
The time is now.
Alright, March is locked on too. Let's keep that in mind.
My turn.
I might actually just redo my own.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
Let's make it quick.
Didn't refill as much as I thought it would.
Our position is solid.
Try that again.
Should I? I mean, he's got a shield, so I might wait. Since he has like 69% shield, and then... Wait, RS, sorry, his enemy. Depart level 10. Captain of the Silver Mane Guards. Depart can command soldiers to focus their attacks and provide each of them with a barrier that blocks one attack. Deals ice damage to all targets. Okay.
A guest with no manners, huh?
I mean, he seems to be taking damage about the same time I
Running into me.
break his shield, but hey.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Resistance is futile.
You can't run.
I don't know if there's going to be a phase 2.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
So I don't know if there's going to be more to this fight or not, similar to what there was before.
The time is now.
I don't remember inviting. Look out. My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Let's go.
Try that again.
Rules are made to be broken.
You're out!
Recovered from break? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, did you just lock my...
And the prime suspect? The one with the blue hair?
Did you just lock my skills?
Apologies, Captain. We lost him during the pursuit. We can't find his footprints.
No matter. We have his accomplices. He'll be close by, plotting his next move.
We're not his accomplices. You might be waiting longer than you think.
Yeah, we'd never team up with someone like him. I'm not trying to talk our way out of this, but we're not friends with that scoundrel. Did you see how fast he ditched us? We rescued him from the snow out of the kindness of our hearts. We had no idea he might be using us to get past you. Are you really dumb enough to fall for his...
I'm a captain, not an adjudication panel. As a Belobog citizen, you have the right to defend yourself, but that can only take place under the scrutiny of the architects, not now. Take them away.
But I didn't do nothing. Is existing a crime?
But we're not from Belobog.
Take a look at our clothes. Does our equipment bear any resemblance to yours? Show him the photos, March.
Photos?
Ah, you're a genius! Great idea! You've probably never seen what your planet looks like, right? I took this one. Behold, Jarilo-VI.
March slows to part a picture of the ice-covered planet.
You mean to say that this white ball that's here, that's our home? How can that...
It is said that a long time ago, strange visitors from beyond the sky would visit us here. But that after the eternal freeze, the blizzards made passage impossible. And Belobog would cease to witness such arrivals.
But these people are...
This decision is beyond us. If what they say is true, then only the Supreme Guardian may decide their fate. Our job is to present them before her. Nothing more. Outsiders, follow me. Belobog lies beyond this blizzard. Welcome to Belobog, the city of preservation.
You're introducing it to me as if I've never been here, and yet you're trying me as a citizen. I like it. Very Frostpunk core.
Hey, it feels like it got a bit warmer.
It's probably all the machines.
That's because you're in Belobog, the last bastion of humanity.
Last bastion?
Also, you'd be surprised how much you can deter from the cold just by blocking the wind.
700 years ago, monsters from beyond the sky set the world ablaze. The land was turned to scorched earth, with raging infernos and billowing towers of smoke stretching beyond the horizon. In the midst of the conflict, the eternal freeze descended without warning. Suddenly, sweeping winds brought blizzards which buried the invading legion. Belobog was all that remained.
So you got protected, but it kind of was overkill.
The steadfast architects built this city. Under the protection of Klepoth, the preservation, Belobog remains forever warm in the face of unrelenting cold.
He's sure saying some weird stuff.
A marked change in tone. Sounds like he's quoting from a historical record.
Uh-huh. So why is he telling us all this?
You wanted to know.
You weren't exactly being quiet about it. You thought you were whispering. You were not whispering. Also, he's right in front of you. Everwinter night.
We saw strange creatures outside the city. They must have come from a Terran-corroded space. A fragmentum, correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw. The Silvermane guards are continuously engaged with the enemy, but I'm afraid the situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter. We're lacking in intel. We're here. This is Klepoth Fort, the heart of Belobog and headquarters of the Architects.
The Architects?
The saviors of humanity. Long before the arrival of the Eternal Freeze, the Architects braved the doubts and derision of the people, never wavering from their construction of its defenses. History has proven that their decision was the correct one. The Architects named this fortress after Klepoth, Eon of Preservation. Under their direction, humanity has withstood external enemy attacks and held off the Eternal Freeze. Even today, we resist the Fragmentum's corrosion. This fortress is also the residence of the Supreme Guardian.
The Supreme Guardian?
The leader of Belobog, elected and appointed by the architects. The Supreme Guardians have watched over this city for generations, sheltering the people from harm. The current Guardian is Madame Cocolia Rand. Every major strategic decision is issued by her.
Whoa, she sounds like a big deal.
I will now bring you to see Madame Cocolia. Please, have your words at the ready. Her time is precious, so she prefers concise communication.
We're gonna see her right now? Can I at least find a place to freshen up first?
You look fine. Is there any etiquette we need to observe?
Rest easy. The Madam Guardian doesn't care about formalities. Not to mention, you've only just arrived. It would be unexpected if you were familiar with Belobog customs. I've dispatched a messenger to send word. Madame Cocolia will be aware of your arrival. Come with me.
But that's a meaningless sacrifice. How can you...
Hey, Bronya. Older Bronya.
You may leave, Bronya. Visitors have arrived.
Yes, Mother.
I'm used to getting
Madam
that stare
Guardian,
from you. It means nothing to
I
me.
brought 3 outsiders to see you.
The messenger informed me. Well done, Japard. You may leave. Welcome, visitors from beyond the Eternal Freeze. Or perhaps I should say, from beyond the sky, no? I am Cocolia Rand, Belobog's Supreme Guardian. I would be grateful if you could tell me why you have come.
So you believe me that we came from beyond the sky?
Do you wish me to doubt it? Or perhaps you're not confident in that identity yourself. No, I do not doubt it. I can see that you are not from this world. The architects remember the history well, else we should forget it. I know that in the distant past, before the Eternal Freeze descended or the Legion invaded, this world was once prosperous beyond measure. An eon connected our planet to other worlds, and we discovered the endless possibilities of the boundless universe. We also came to know of Klapoth, the Amber Lord. Under their attentive gaze, we built the city walls. So do not be surprised. For 700 years, the architects have received no further communication from the stars. But I knew of your existence. Tell me why you have come.
We want to help you.
We came here for something known as a Stellaron.
A Stellaron?
Objects that fell from the blue on separate worlds. Their appearance spelled disaster. Many of the planets we visited have suffered their effects. You mentioned invasion by the Antimatter Legion. Soon after their arrival, this planet suffered the Eternal Freeze. At the same time, the phenomenon known as fragmentum space corrosion began to occur. Correct?
Correct.
The Stellarons were cast by the Aeon Destruction. The Eternal Freeze is a product of the Stellaron. Fragmentums are a product of the Stellaron. Let's go with the Eternal Freeze, because that's the thing she cares about most.
Stellarons bring about different disasters on different worlds, but every world seeded with a Stellaron will give birth to fragmentums. You can see us as kind-hearted interstellar public servants, lending a helping hand to any world affected by a Stellaron.
Your analysis of our current circumstances is clear. We have indeed suffered the disasters you speak of, some of which prove vexatious to us even today. But why should you care? Even if this Stellaron you speak of did bring about disaster, I fail to see its connection to you. I don't believe that anyone would go to such lengths to help a world unrelated to them. Unless they had something to gain.
You're right. Our reason for coming here is not purely selfless. If we don't seal the Stellaron, we cannot leave this planet.
Please help us locate the Stellaron.
If we can get rid of it, your world will be safer too.
You know how to seal the Stellaron.
We have the relevant means.
Very well, I believe you. If our present situation is truly the result of this so-called Stellaron, then your arrival is the hope that Belobog has waited 700 years for. I am willing to assist you in any way possible to help you locate the Stellaron.
Also, is that a fashion choice or is your body like part ice?
It's getting late, and you must be tired. I will arrange for you to stay in our most comfortable hotel. Rest there and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow at noon, I will dispatch someone to escort you here, and we can discuss this urgent matter in greater detail.
Thank you.
It should be me thanking you, visitors from beyond the sky. I too need some time. I will go over our records for anything that may be connected to Stellarons. Please excuse me for not escorting you further.
What was that? Well, that ain't good.
Of course, I understand. Do not worry. I have a way.
It seems that the Supreme Guardian holds you in high regard. I have received orders that your movements are no longer to be restricted.
She's the big shot. Definitely got that Queen of the Castle vibe going on. Oh, so cool.
I'm afraid I still have duties to attend to. I must return to my post. I hope you enjoy your stay in Belobog.
Wait, can you recommend some sites? It's not that late. We want to take a look around.
Well, I'd say that Golden Theater and the History Museum are both worth a look. However, you'd need a pass to get into the museum. I recommend you visit Everwinter Monument first. It's Belobog's most symbolic landmark. And if you enjoy music, you could head to Neverwinter Workshop. You can sometimes catch an outdoor performance there. The artist is... you'll see. Oh, and if you're staying at Goethe Hotel, please avoid the alley that runs next to it. The one with Silvermane guards stationed there. It's started to be affected by corrosion recently, so it's been sealed off.
So the corrosion is inside the city. Well, that's a grave situation.
Yes, we're mounting a resistance as we speak. I must leave now. I hope all goes well for you.
The Goethe Hotel. It kind of looks like Goth Hotel, which makes me think of the Goth Hotel in Genshin. Maybe it's similar. Ooh.
Say, the officer that you were speaking to, was that Japard Landau?
What do you make of him?
What do I make of him? Why, he's a captain of the Silvermane Guards. Not to mention of noble birth. I mean, he's a Landau. If I could just find a way to tell him about my situation, I'm sure he'd help me. I'm getting ahead of myself. I already missed my chance. Back to the queue, I guess.
Is this a cue to speak with the Supreme whatever?
What am I gonna do? Only the Madam Guardian can help me.
Oh, I see a collectible behind you.
What am...
Hey, you got a problem? If you want a petition, then start queuing. Don't even think about pushing in.
Oop, not you.
Hey, you got a...
What did... Big T.
This queue isn't moving. How long are we going to be here?
Collect Belobog Academy midterm exam paper. Your heart must be as cold as the benches in Belobog. Poet brand written in Belobog during winter. I see, they have like little heaters. Here, Garma, or extracts food from underground, is converted into heat necessary for survival. As you approach, you feel the warmth gently around your legs, and as if an affectionate pet were rubbing up against them. It resists nature's biting winds with a faint power. Street lamps haven't been turned on yet. Remember a punishment from the ancient world, where you were judged to have lost virtue will be put back on street lamps draped in black cloaks. In other worlds, street lamps make wonderful roosts for birds, but in Belobog they stand alone. When nights draw near, street lamps light up the way home. You're curious to know whether the street lamps also rely on Giramaro to give off warmth. Probably. The metal pole of this lamp has already begun to crack. The markings on the lamp are clues to its history. It's a street lamp. A trash can. Not remarkable in any way. You've been staring at it for a while, but it's just an ordinary trash can. What do you want to do? You try to hold back your urge to open it, but it's blinking at me. As you continue staring at the trash cans, they seem to turn before your very eyes. The edges are no longer rusty, and the dents are smoothed over. From under the lid comes a faint golden glow, sweet and alluring. For a moment, the trash can turns into treasure chests. It's happening again! Do I have, like, impulse control? You take a deep breath and open the lid. It's empty. Wait! You reach deeper into the trash can. There's a piece of iron scrap at the bottom. Your hard work paid off. You finally found the treasure. You look back at your companions and see their complicated expressions. Stardew Valley is happening again. You don't need to explain. I get it. The urge is too great for you to resist. There's no turning back once you've walked down this path. Items obtained. Trash can. What? Avatar obtained for completing 5 hidden missions in Jarilo-VI. Guys who can laugh at themselves usually have plenty of friends. Who are you cursing out? What? Scraps of paper scattered all over the black garbage bags. They've been turned up so evenly that you begin to wonder whether they would have made discovered paper shredding technology. Piece them back together. Huh? You're gonna piece them all back together? People do that. This is why we have to shred our papers like ultra fine. Where I work, because otherwise, like, crack addicts will literally go through and piece the freaking straps back together. We can toss out, like, thousands of old documents that are shredded, and the lunatics will literally pierce it back together, so we shred or even have to burn them. It's nuts. And who knows how long. You finally complete your great undertaking. Countless paper scraps have become a wrinkled piece of paper. It was a letter from one citizen to another, but the radical content runs counter to standard notions of human hierarchy. The content is so scary that the letter disintegrates and drifts away in the winds before you finish reading it, never to be stored again. What the actual? It's just a trash can. Wait, is this a chest? Do they look different? Oh, they look different in Jarilo-VI. They look like wooden. The area head is not available. Okay. Mailbox. A real mailbox. Seems like the mailman just finished with it. It stands in the street all alone. Just a normal mailbox. Another one? A wrinkled handwritten flyer is laying in the trash can. You can make out the following. This will be our best price for Valentine's flowers for the entire year. Take this chance to send to your loved ones some flowers. Considering all the other cliched advertising, this one's pretty good. Wow, I'd be so mad if someone gave me this. Don't worry, no one would. What do you like to be given as a present? Flowers. I love flowers. If they put it like that and I catch wind that they're on an ordinary discount or clearance or picked up off the street, then those people are toast. So you have to make it expensive for no reason. Also, if somebody picks you flowers either from their own garden that they grew or that they found out in the wilderness, isn't it like more special? Because it means they put in the work. A Belobog trash can. Great place to hide something. Or someone. Is Sampo gonna be in one of these? As I just randomly steal a book.
I want to see the adventurous moles.
I don't think I've met you before. Is this your first time visiting the bookstore? Can we talk? Alright, let's start. What do you want to chat about? How's business? Not bad. Belobog has had a lot of people who love to read. But it would be nice if everyone paid for the books they read. Whoops. Do you have any recommendations? You came to the right person. What kind of books do you like? I like to read fantasy. I like to read science fiction. I like mystery novels. I like all the above. I'm also a fan of mystery novels. What do you think about this one? It's about a young girl, Detective Anraku, and her associates solving strange cases and uncovering hidden truths. It isn't exactly a hit, but it's quality writing. I'll leave it to your work. What can I buy here? I'll be here reading. Let me know when you've made your selections. Mythical Tales of Jarilo, God of Spring and War. Analysis of... I get the feeling these are, like, important for later. Similar to Genshin lore, so I'm just gonna hang on to that. Trash can. An overwhelming fishy smell emanates from the trash can as you remove the lid. Instead of fish, you find only a fish-related flyer. Is this how synesthesia works? No. No, it's not. The flower has 8 petals and white dots at the end of each. They look like melting drops of the first snow. You see a tall but thin paint with columnar-shaped stems inside full of holes. You see a cyan sphere. Thick petals and leaves cover the stem and nothing special about it. The little flower shaped like the sun features both red and yellow. I wonder which flower is the marquise, but it doesn't seem to be here.
I'll take this one.
Florist? Wait. I saw collect. Artem, Delamere. One is frost, one is flame. They're both carefree, and exploring the unknown world, they suffer many ups and downs, yet they still are by each other's side. Artem is such a gentleman. Who's Artem? He's... oh, Warm Sun, disc. He's a perfect man. He's the kindest character I've ever read about. He's the right sense of humor. He's caring, thoughtful, restrained. I just randomly get a record for some reason. Huh? Oh, I may have gotten a little too wrapped up in the book. Sorry for rambling on. Welcome. What can the florist food for you? What are these? These flowers come in a variety of colors and prices, but really they're all priceless. For example, this one named Sunshine is lovely. Its red and yellow colors make it look like the sun. Just looking at it makes you feel warm inside. It's a great choice for a gift or even to keep for yourself. What do you think? Or do you want to know more about the other kinds of flowers? The marquise? The marquise is our most expensive flower. It's a grand story behind the name. Rumor has it that a noble woman spent her entire family's fortune on one of those flowers. That's why it was named the marquise, to say it's beloved in high society. First note? Has 8 petals with white dots at each tip, just like snowflakes. A long time ago, the first flowers of the year was called First Snow, symbolizing harvest and joy. Summer shade bamboo? It'd be more appropriate to call it a plant rather than a flower. It's said that long ago artists would use its long stalk with holes to create musical instruments. Probably. Other ones, please? The sunshine. A red and yellow flower that looks like the sun. It's very lovely. Just looking at me to feel warm inside. Probably a sunflower. Ball peony? It's a very expensive flower. It blooms only once a month, but honestly the price is completely worth the once month of bloom. The rainbow. This is our best-selling flower. It's colorful and gorgeous, and it's offered at a great price. The one you just mentioned. Thanks. I've learned a lot today. What about these? Huh. Alright. Thanks. Wondered if I could get the CD for the other person she was talking about, but maybe not. Maybe that's not a thing that exists. Ooh! Oh, it's the guitar. I think I recognize the tune. Yeah, I recognize it. Little call out. Can't really hum today though. Treasure! A fountain in the plaza shooting out cool tepid water. You can see through the ripples at the bottom of the fountain. It has metal coins strewn about. It looks like the locals use this as a wishing pool. Toss in a coin and make a wish. Fish out the treasure. No. Count how much money there is. No. You pull out a coin and make a wish that flips through the air. Afterwards, the coin sinks to the water, becoming just another unremarkable reflection amongst the others. You patiently wait for your wish to come true. A long time passes, but nothing happens. And in the end, a fistful of nothingness. Yep.
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.
Yes, Granny. Young person, look over here. Just 2 minutes of your time can save you from future losses. Has a sneaky kid with dark hair ever come up to talk to you? Is that Sampo? Sampo, you've been scammed. That's just an alias. That means you're a victim of the dark blue scam. Take my advice. That guy is a serial scammer. Don't believe anything he says. Here, take this. This is a tutorial on preventing scams written by the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association. Read it carefully. If you have any questions, come talk to me. Okay, that's a good question. Go ahead. It's our responsibility to help prevent the public from being scammed. Is the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association? How are you? That's right. The members of the association are all former victims. We're all united to share what we have learned to help the public by raising awareness. The guide goes over case studies of those who were scammed by the blue-haired swindler. It's evidence of his evil crimes, a painful lesson that we were predecessors suffered. I forget rail cars are a thing that exists. How are you scammed? The first time I met the guy, he asked if I wanted a parallel universe printer. When I asked him how the printer works, he immediately started rambling on a bunch of smorgasbord about science stuff. I was almost caught up in it. Terms like parallel universe, aeons, and parity anomalies. Swindlers love to use those words related to the universe and aeons to scam people. I didn't believe him until he used it to print money. He made 2 bills with the exact same serial number. Yeah, exact same serial number. That's because it's literally printing as in copying. How much did you pay? The price isn't important. What's important is that you need to be careful so the scam doesn't happen to you. Sometime later, after the counterfeiting scam, I bumped into the same blue-haired guy again in an alley in the commercial district. I should have had the Silvermane guards arrest him, but I was so angry I needed an explanation. Instead, he asked me with a straight face, "Were you staring at the printer?" He accused me of not reading the manual and wasting such a genius invention. He even offered to refund the full payment so that he could find another buyer for the parallel universe printer. He also said if the operator keeps staring at the printer, the parallel universe transmission can't happen. The only way to avoid interfering with the transmission process is to observe it with the help of an Aether lens. So you bought an Aether lens and got scammed twice? Doesn't that sound reasonable? So I was tricked again by his apparent sincerity. Now I know that 9 out of 10 people who try to associate their products of any kind with the parallel universe theory are scammers. A parallel universe I'm gonna go with scared. I don't want to be associated with scammers. Laugh at me all you want. Just remember what I told you. Be careful with anything related to parallel universes. Anti-fraud guide, edited version. Yikes. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. Can you take a moment of your time? Can I ask you a question about literature? Literature? Just one of the general questions. I'd like your take on it. I'll get straight to it. How would you rate these books, Snow Plains and The Three Troubles? I haven't read either. That's a pity. Those are must-reads on the books you should be reading to Belobog. Well, don't mind me. I guess I can't expect everyone to be as educated. I just got here. Don't assume just because somebody hasn't read a very particular book that they're not educated. Chances are I've read hundreds of books that you haven't read either, so... Let me introduce myself. I'm Nika with the Crystal Daily. Sorry to bother you, but we're collecting petitions from readers to lift the ban on the Tale of Winterlands. It'd be wonderful if you could sign here. Of course, feel free to raise any concerns. Ah yes, as a gesture of goodwill, I'll give you the seven wonders of Belobog as a gift. Sounds familiar. Hi, Alice. I have some questions. Oh my god. What exactly is the Tale of Winterlands? Have you never heard of it? It's an adventure novel published by us. The architects banned it not long ago, which forced us to destroy what's left in our stock as well. But I can assure you there's no problem with the content. It's just too creative. By that I mean it depicts the wonders beyond the snow curtain. Truly magnificent work. The town hall worries that people might venture out of the city without permission after reading the book. They have their concerns, and I understand that, but you can't blame the novel for that. Where can I read The Tale of Winterlands? I don't have a copy with me at the moment. I suggest you find Amo in the administrative district. I commissioned him to adapt The Tale of Winterlands and sent him a copy a while ago, or you can get the book through with other means. Feel free. Piracy. It's not easy to get a hold of the novel these days. Thanks for your trouble. Why are you buying public... You're buying public opinion, aren't you? No. Think of it as asking a favor. I'm a certified editor from a reputable publishing house. I won't engage in anything unethical. I'm merely encouraging people to express themselves. If you think the novel should be banned after reading it, by all means, please say so. I will encourage you to write down your opinion. But of course, if you think it doesn't deserve the ban, that's even more reason to speak out. I don't believe in book banning. What do you do exactly? Simple. Just sign this position form and add a comment about what you think. I don't have any more questions. Oops. Shoot. It didn't move. There we go. Recipe, punitive energy? 7 wonders of Belobog. It's actually encouraging you to speak to NPCs in this game, unlike Genshin. We got news. Today's paper, hot off the press. A new face. Interested in the newspaper? Let's have a chat. Sorry, you caught me during work hours, but if you want to buy a newspaper, any big news lately? That's a good question. Let me see. How about this one? When did the man in black tell Mr. Bova, the minister, that made him leave the party in a hurry? What happened? Hold on, check out this one. 6 of the 7 people fainted while eating hot pot. No harmful substances were found in the hot pot. How did this perfect crime happen? How? You wanna know? Of course. Are you messing with me? We'd probably be like, buy the paper then. Huh? No. I'll tell you the answer right away after you give me a few shield. Are you for real? Take it easy. It's just how the business works. I'm sure you understand. How's business? Just enough to keep from starving. Selling these in the street is hard work. It'd be nice if you can contribute a little to my profits. Then I might be able to afford to eat something different for once. What do you think? You get the news, I get a meal. It's a win-win. Good deal, right? Let's see what he actually sells. Ice storm causes. Interview on daily life before Soulworm. Oratorio Supreme Guardian Premier Spectacular. Rye bread soda? There's probably an achievement later for getting these, so... It's gonna be like Genshin. I'm gonna eventually wind up with more money than I know what to do with. It's gonna come out my ear. A playable character.
Wow, look at the carved ice. It feels perfect for this city somehow.
Whatever it's made of, it can't be ice.
I guess you're right. It's actually pretty warm in the city. Hey, what's with all the children over there? Should we go and take a look?
Yeah, you're...
So let me introduce myself. I'm the intelligence officer for the Silvermane Guards, and a temporary guide for the A Journey Through Belobog's history program. My name is Pelageya Sergeyevna, but you can call me Pela.
Yes, Miss Pela.
And perhaps the
Yes, Miss
grown-ups among
Pela.
us could refrain from acting like children.
Yes, Miss Pela.
Okay, guys, take a look over here. This is Everwinter Monument. It was erected to commemorate the mighty architects.
I actually selected that on accident, so just consider it an accidental moment of echolalia.
The architects are followers of the Aeon Klapath. It was they that foresaw crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Even today, they are still tending to the city. Everwinter Monument is made up of 2 parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These 2 symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity. Any questions? Any questions?
Does the monument have any symbolic meaning?
The monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity.
What are the blue crystals?
You mean, what are they made of? It's geomarrow that's undergone a change in color. The color of geomarrow is related to the environmental temperature during its refinement.
Who are the architects?
The architects are followers of the Aeon Klapath. It was they that foresaw the crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Or, to put it another way, the architects are Belobog's founders and saviors. Even today, they are still tending to the city.
How did the eternal freeze occur?
That's a question for the Scientific Research Division, though they may not be able to give you a definitive answer. The eternal freeze is no ordinary natural disaster. Meteorological records from hundreds of years ago cannot explain the cause. To put it simply, it's a problem that has plagued Belobog scientists for centuries.
Alright, so you guys have been frozen over for a while.
And what about you guys? Take your time. We're not in a rush.
Wait, please file a report with the Silvermane Guards if you encounter any civil disputes, and please don't bypass the prosecution and discuss it with the judge directly. Judge? I know what you want to ask. As a judge, how is it that I'm standing out in the street instead of in the courthouse, right? Have you ever heard the term roaming judge? Forget about it. It sounds impressive, but I'm just a legal advisor sent to help the guards. Compared to my work at the court, this is a major waste of time. Well, you shouldn't put it like that. Don't you think it's a waste of my time to be out here and talk sense into the elderly every day? I was a straight-A student at Belobog Law School. Why am I dealing with trivial family stuff? You'd be surprised, my guy. I should be in charge of more complex, important cases. That's where I shine. You know what I'm talking about, right? What's that look on your face? Forget it. You aren't much different from those old-timers. Just come to me when you have a big case. Can we talk? What sort of cases do you consider important? Corruption-related, with evil organizations or personnel involved. Or at least arms smuggling or scams. Forget it. Just pretending I'm talking nonsense. Belobog is too safe to have cases like that. Even if there's a big case, it's out of my reach. I mean, that kind of attitude means you're gonna look down on the type of people you're meant to be protecting, though. You seem upset. Isn't that obvious? Dealing with a bunch of ignorant old people every day? You'd be annoyed too if you were me. I already do deal with that every day. What kind of legal issues do you help them with? Legal issues? You think too highly of the people of Belobog. What they come for has nothing to do with the law. It's all complaints about daily life, which is law. It's always the same thing. The complaint tells me that they've been altruistic and taken the big picture into consideration, and the offending party has taken advantage of them and is being ungrateful. You can hear thousands of stories like Soulworm Festival family gatherings. Those stories are, in the end, moral blackmail, which is not interesting at all. But I'm a legal practitioner after all, so it's my duty to help the public to get to know the law. Every time it gets to this part, they start to pretend like they don't understand me. But who's to blame? After all, the law is always fair and impartial, showing favor to no one? Just hearing about that makes my head spin. I know, right? I can't go into being a roaming judge for a second longer. That's all. Wait, oop, stuff. Petroleum jelly. Welcome to the grocers. What can I help you with? Looks like you have some pasties. I don't know what's in the cages, though. Ooh, these are probably like ascension materials and stuff. Recipe enhancement paste physical? Level 14.
Everwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Japard say there'd be a show here?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
Darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right?
Is that how they repel the eternal freeze? Maybe they have indoor heaters too.
Maybe, but the ones outside just seem like a waste of energy.
Not when you have to go place to place.
Oh, maybe this is how the architects repel the eternal freeze.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
Is that Seal or is that somebody else? No, that's, she's literally in my party and I can't think of her name.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh, wow, she's cool.
Yeah, she's the one who's been dealing electro damage in my party. Hello, Broken?
Hi there. The name's Serval.
Serval.
I'm the owner of this workshop. If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious? About the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district.
We only just got here. Everything's new to us. Standing broken machines outside a workshop is bad advertising.
Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out. I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be them? What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat.
One second, there's another trash can. A pretty postcard lies amongst the garbage. It reads, "Stay your hand. Only the following patrons are permitted to go through Belobog's trash cans. Tatalov, Garbage King, and myself." Is Garbage King Sampo. I've been calling him the Trash Man in my head ever since I saw him debut in the garbage can in the trailer. But, Garbage King works too. It continues, and 45 members of the cleaning squad. There's nothing written on the back. You are confused. Even trash cans are serious business in this city. Oops, dang it. I saw the collectible right as I slipped indoors. I'll get it on the way back out. Don't mind me. I gotta snoop. Oh, I saw Blinky. Could these spinning gears be powering something? For example, maybe a workshop will stand up and turn into a giant robot? It's just a decoration. Its rotation does not produce any effect. The gears are turning in a way that is violating the rules of whatever. Is it turning in a way that violates? If those two were connected.
The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface.
I'm guessing you grow your food in greenhouses. What is geomarrow?
It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld.
And what's beneath the surface?
You didn't know? Belobog is structured like two big connected disks. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply and resource extraction. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time. I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything.
So it's Midgar. Why the heater outside?
Isn't it just like cooking food over an open flame? If the house is a pot, then the heater is the stove it rests on.
When she puts it like that, it actually starts to make sense.
Thanks for your answers.
No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting.
Sure, we're not busy.
Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first.
Magnetorological fluid threshold. Rotate the modules to adjust the circuit and direct the electrical current from the power supply to the endpoint. Repairs are complete when all endpoint circuits are connected to the current. The edges or fixed modules appear red when selected. Power supply to endpoint. Repairs are complete when all endpoint circuits are connected. Basically light up all the middles. This is the source from which the electric current flows out. This is the end that can be unlocked after receiving enough electrical current. Rotate the module to change the circuit to connect to the electrical current. Video recorder? Oh, it is! It's an old-timey film video thing. An old VCR machine. You do not dare imagine what it might show you.
Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss.
I mean, average pay is considered a luxury in this economy. Why not? Allow me to refuse. I don't know. Is this like a side quest thing? Or do I refuse because it's not my main mission?
Do you just say yes to everything?
I don't know. Do I?
I was only kidding. Just a joke. Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
Yeah, I knew a job with decent pay was too good to be true.
Come around and have a look.
Who knows our new what? Upgraded quality formula? Two trash cans. One stands glamorously shining, the other lies unceremoniously rusting. You want to help it up, but think better of it. Even trash cans have their dignity. Another sanctity of the trash can? What is up with the freaking trash cans? Someone threw a book in the trash can. You pick it up, it seems to be a lengthy serial novel by the name of Tale of the Winterlands. You seem to have an incomplete fourth volume in your hands. That's one way to get it. A tracing paper envelope, black with silver lettering. You found it next to the mailbox. You speculate that this flyer coupon was a love letter sent to the wrong address, but this is a trash can. It reads, "Today is Guardian Elisa's birthday. The recipient of the letter must forward it to 3 other people within a day or bad luck will follow them for..." Oh no, it's one of those posts, but on paper. You wonder what happened to the person who threw it away. Nothing. That's not how curses work. Here, if you want me to counteract it if your OCD is that bad, like the video and you will be exempt from these types of curses for 24 hours. There. That's an easy enough task to fulfill, right? Oh. What are you looking at? Things that were, things that are, and things that have yet to happen. I'm good with nothing. I'm destined to end up in the trash can. Don't be so hard on yourself. You must understand me. I'm pondering about life value and eternity. I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Amo. I write things for a living. Sorry for blocking your way. Can I help you with anything? So you're a writer? I'm afraid I don't deserve the title. I produce less than mediocre writings in great quantity for others. A ghostwriter, as they say. I doubt I'm qualified to write at all, even for the rubbish I produce. Let's talk about your works. I wrote some horror novels, the quality of which can be described as the name of the genre, according to some critics. Some say the novels should never have been written in the first place. For the disaster fiction I did, some critiques also apply. Tell me about your ghostwriting. Have you heard of The Tale of Winterlands, the fiction that was recently banned? The publisher was actually quite happy with the quality and wanted the author to make some edits on the original so that they could publish it again. But they did not expect the author to simply vanish into thin air. The editors had to contact me instead, asking if I could help with the project. Tale of the Winterlands is just some cheap folklore compiled together. I can give you 100,000 to 200,000 words with ease. Piece of carrot cake to me. That was my response when I took up the job. You know how hard it is to finally get something going? I was just trying to impress them, but ended up getting ahead of myself. Yeah, don't offer what you can't deliver. Also, more words doesn't exactly mean better literature. One of the editors sent me a copy to let me get the feel for it. It wasn't until I started reading that I realized that the book was going to be a classic. I had to admit I couldn't even remotely reproduce the author's creativity and style. The editor had made several attempts to contact me since then, but managed to avoid her each time because I just couldn't deliver. How would you rate Tale of the Winterlands now? A masterpiece of true genius. Maybe the language still has room for polishing, but the wild passion waved into the plot is otherworldly. For 700 years, the people of Belobog have been trapped in the snow, their imagination taken away. This book reignited people's desire to look beyond the snow-covered lands. Maybe that's why the architects insisted on banning it. I heard that within a month of the book's publication, the number of people that ventured into the snow and went missing has gone up exponentially. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Sorry, I have had a difficult time lately. Don't give up just yet. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't like the bootstrap bit. It has too many other connotations. Stop comparing yourself to others. Go with your instincts. No need to stick to one career path. How about doing something else? How about don't compare yourself to others? I'll be a laughingstock in the history of literature if I do that. Who's the Samo? How dare he write this rubbish and claim to be writing The Tale of Winterlands? Well, that's all for my questions then. I get a recipe, put it to food. Do I cook in this game? Luggage pile? Apparently in some of the worlds and some of the planets you can freely take other people's property with no penalty, but certainly not here. Except for that. You're written like a... Oh, maybe it's a vending machine. The vending machine rumbles. Oh, there's some foods. Certain things aren't until later, but maybe I can, like, eat these between battles or something? A burning smell invades your nostrils as you approach the trash can. The trash can looks like it was set on fire. The entire trash can is deformed with a layer of dark, scorched, ash-like substance coating the bottom. The light you see, particles floating softly, almost like they're dancing. Yeah, if people put their cigarettes in the trash, they can sometimes end up lighting it on fire. Opening the postbox reveals 2 envelopes that are being kept in a delicate balance. Touching either one will condemn the other to be swallowed by the pitch-black maw. Such a dilemma exists in front of you. Push them all in, because they're not mine. You reach your hand out and gently touch them. You aren't sure where your hand skimmed, but the balance of the 2 envelopes is instantly broken. It's incredible how good it feels to do something good. Praise of high morals. Yay! Mail sent to the border wall will be delivered last. It'll take around 2 days. A pretty postcard is laying at the trash can. It reads, "Friend, you've crossed the line. This isn't something you should have touched. Signed, the Garbage King." There's a coin glued to the back of the postcard. It seems like the king understands that you need to tip someone if you want them to pass a message. Seems like you've gotten yourself a real competitor when it comes to rooting through trash cans. Why would he call himself the Garbage King? Isn't he embarrassed? Well, that's one way to get an ancient coin.
That's the alley that Japard mentioned. The one contaminated by the fragmentum, right? I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
If they hadn't identified it, I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close down by now.
Move back! This is your final warning.
But my proof of property is inside. I don't have any...
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed there.
Can soldiers really hold back the fragmentum?
No. As long as the Stellaron is active, the corrosion will continue to spread. The soldiers can only periodically clear the fragmentum of monsters. But the monsters will continue to emerge and multiply.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass!
Let's see. You smell a strong stench as you approach the trash can, almost as if there were some strange, twisted, dark purple aura surrounding it. In protesting in no uncertain terms, no living entities permitted. Yeah, that anime thing where they turn it like purple and gaseous if it's meant to be toxic. Be that as it may, are you gonna open it? Yeah. While your astonished companions look on, you hold your breath and proceed toward the can like a soldier charging into a hail of bullets. Wait, why are you so interested in rooting through every trash can in the city? What do you have to gain? Charge. You decide to open the lid of the can with a determined mind. At your first glance, you saw a strange, sticky thing. Suddenly, like an old monk sitting in a concentrated introspection, you reach in and grab it. However, you fail to reach enlightenment given that your companions just ran for cover, hiding their noses. You obtain trash. Did I really? Upon use, immediately causes a single ally to lose HP equivalent to 15% of their maximum HP. Worthless trash. Better carry some with you. Some say that in the deep retreats of the galaxy, an invisible portal will open to those carrying a piece of junk. What even? Your requirements to unlock the area have not been met.
Let me pass. I'm not afraid to die. I've lost everything. Everything.
Nice looking trash can, but all that's really is a trash can. Pleasant looking trash. There's a distinction, apparently. You may have noticed that, yes, there's an unbelievable number of trash cans in this city. Somebody did once propose to reduce the overall number, or to initiate some kind of garbage tax policy, but it only increased the amount of garbage on the street. Now people in the city have come to a consensus that trash cans are Belobog's other business card. I mean, I'd rather they throw it away. There's nothing wrong with having public utilities. What does that sound? Hang on. 5 out of 10. I've only gotten half the treasure chests, apparently. There's nothing special about the mailbox, but you feel something's wrong. You look at it carefully again and see a white letter hidden in shadow. Put it in the mailbox. You pick up the letter and put it in the mailbox. From deep within your heart, you feel a noble existence. Smile, wink, and give you a thumbs up, like a soldier trying to gauge an explosion radius.
Have you heard of the Rightful Rights Society?
I read in a magazine once that Belobog has a Rightful Rights Society. The members of this Rightful Whatever Society help people skip work. Oh no, I mean, they help people temporarily escape the bonds of family and duty. Does such an organization really exist? The Belobog really is one messed up place. Sounds kind of interesting, so how does one go about signing up? The magazine doesn't say, it just said that the editor is also very curious. Then why bring it up? I knew it. Everything that comes out of your mouth is nonsense. I've probably already got one. Yeah, already got you. top, maybe? Yep, up top.
So tired. I just want to put my head on a pillow and drift off. Seems like the first day of our trailblazing expeditions is always pretty eventful, huh, Dan-hung?
Yeah, that's because you've got too much energy.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles. But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
Alright, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade.
Am I the only one that didn't notice anything?
Nope, she seemed normal to me too. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary.
Must have been the invisible man, must have been a guard. You guys are overthinking things.
Maybe. She's an important person after all. Maybe there were armed bodyguards lying in ambush.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow.
Was there a phantom in there with us?
Weather's pretty nice.
Have you read today's Crystal Daily? What kind of news is that? The media keeps going on like this. Belobog will eventually be doomed. What does that have to do with me? We share a home. It's called Belobog. How can you call yourself a citizen of Belobog if you don't even care about the news in our city? Look at the front page of the Crystal Daily. The contents of the newspaper puts out as junk, tabloid-level stuff. What's going on in their heads? Can you really put this stuff on the front page? I'm about to blow a gasket here. You don't have to make it sound so extreme. Are you sure have plenty of time on your hands? Oh, yeah, here, Twitter, catch. Hey, I'm making reasonable suggestions, alright? Belobog is getting better because people like me, people who keep offering their insight, you really don't know anything. How about I give you a lecture right now? I'm listening. Here, let me show you how to read the newspaper. You have a problem with everyone, don't you? It's just common angst. Don't you get it? Never mind. Let's just continue reading the news. Get a load of this guy. Check out what's on the third page. It kills me. Belobog's outer ring heating system continues to malfunction. Now recruiting emergency repair workers. They sure have tough skin printing something like this. The overworld's heating system has always been a headache, and it's in constant need of repairs. Emergency repairs are nothing more than temporary fixes. We can survive the eternal freeze. The problem is all this busy work isn't going to solve the real issue. Is the effort really worth it? I mean, if we don't live, then, like, yes. Also, that's not tabloid. That's like, hey, we need workers. Anybody want to sign up? The way I see it, Belobog Heating Corporation shouldn't be trusted. The Supreme Guardian should step in and revamp all the city's heating pipes. If people at Belobog Heating can't figure out such a simple problem, then leave it to me. I'm sure they reached this conclusion after weighing out the costs. Are you going to pay for the renovation of all the pipes? Don't try and morally blackmail me. I know that trick and I won't fall for it. It's not a trick. Based on your logic, it would have to learn to produce milk myself if I say I'm not a fan of moo-moo milk. That's ridiculous. Anyway, why am I talking to you about this? Not everyone at my age sees the big picture. Remain silent. What are you doing here? If you're bored, why don't you work for Belobog's heating system and contribute to society? Why waste your best years here? What's the paper say? Listen to this mackery. Malarkey. Today, the Minister of Culture and Education, Mr. Bova, attended. Oh wait, Bova's my father. Let's look at the next one. So... Somebody just got caught as being a ritzy kid. Head of the Limestein shares the family corporate culture, cultivating a direwolf spirit to come together and transcend limitations. Are you hearing this nonsense? What's this? A direwolf spirit. He's encouraging young people to work themselves to an early grave. This Limestein is trying to squeeze them from their labor so the Limesteins can keep up their lavish lifestyles. It's all tricks. Aren't you doing the same thing, though? Judging from your garish outfit, I suppose you're some rich kid who couldn't possibly appreciate the hardships normal people face. Whatever, people like you typically don't get it anyway. That's literally him. He's literally projecting onto me. You're describing yourself. Why do you think I'm a rich kid? Aren't you also rich as the son of the government official? I'm not like this Limestein guy. What? Does being son of an official automatically put someone above the common people? What an unacceptable stereotype. I think you're just bored. I have my own problems too, okay? Never mind. It's just useless trying to explain it to you. People your age won't know the meaning of independent thinking. My age again. My guy, I am older than you. Was there anything else? If not, I'm gonna go. Oh. Hello, in this universe. Welcome to the Goeth Hotel? Is that how you said it in this version? Are you staying with us, or would you like to try our special afternoon tea? I'm here as I was attracted by the hotel. If I'm only passing by, I'll have a look around. I'd like to reserve a room. Sure, please register at the reception. This is where I grew up. I wouldn't say that I know all about the administrative district, but I do know the history of ongoings of these parts fairly well. Just let me know if you're interested. Just want to ask. Sure, answering the guest questions is a way to show hospitality. About old Goeth and Goeth Hotel. Oh, that's what you're interested in. That's my family name, and the hotel is my family business. Well, it all began a long, long time ago. This family used to be prosperous. My ancestors invested in many industries. Unfortunately, due to poor economics, our family declined. Frustrated, my ancestors sold all our properties and moved to the underworld. Luckily, later on is another ancestor from a family started empty-handed and retrieved our family business. Once again, the hotel was moved back to the overworld. Have you received any special guests? Well, it depends on how you define special guests. Many guests have stayed with us. Indeed, there's a lot of stories. Probably means, like, has any celebrity stayed here? For example, a lady from a rich family escaped her wedding and jumped out of a window on the second floor in her pajamas. No one's heard from her since. There was a couple who were theater celebrities. They appeared as though they were in love, but stayed in different rooms when they were here on their honeymoon. And there was a lady who was always staying in a single room when her family was at work. She was always drawing in her room, and she would cry every time she finished drawing. I wonder what she's been through. It happens a lot in our industry. We'd always encounter weird things, especially when we've been in an industry for a long enough time. Recommendations on food? I'm not trying to brag, but our afternoon tea is the specialty of Belobog. There's a few desserts that only we can make. You can't eat them anywhere in the administrative district. Many young people visit during the holidays. Sometimes people have to line up. And any recommendations for sightseeing? I'd recommend the Western District, which is known for its artistic atmosphere. The Golden Theater is right there. You'll find everything from celebrities to merchandise. But be careful, don't go on their premiere day. For example, shows with fans like Beneath the White Cloak and Stardust Rose will make the area totally overcrowded. It's best to drive there. If you don't have a car, Illicid Avenue is right outside the hotel. You can take a tram or walk there along the track. No further questions. Afternoon tea? Oh, it's on the sides of the lobby. Find yourself a sofa and take a seat. I'll arrange it. I'm usually quite free. I love to have a chat with someone. What do you want to chat about? I want to ask. Nope. I've already seen all these. Hotel corridor. Is the hotel corridor something else, though, with things? Collectibles and things? Or it takes me to the same spot. Whichever.
Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
That's enough fun for today. Time to rest.
It was a long day today. All I need is a hot shower and a good night's sleep.
Sleep well, guys. I've got a bad feeling. Didn't someone mention a pillow fight?
Yeah, about time!
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could be tiring.
Well, I'm off to my room then.
It's pretty in here. Tea time menu. Non-pulp fiction. Evening Ember at the hotel. Wait. I used to have one of those cactuses. With the little red head on it. Little red... It's not a flower. They actually bloom flowers. But... without a doubt, what's in front of you is a closet. Actually, it's an armoire. It's based on the signals coming from your sensory organs. A perfect closet. Design capability, tactility, build quality, and scent. No matter how you look at it, you can't possibly think of a better closet. Wait a minute, scent? How is that a measurement of how good a closet is? Well, if it smells moldy, your clothes are gonna smell moldy. Doesn't matter. It smells good. And it's not an odor of typical sandalwood or any other natural materials. Rather, this is miraculously cleansing scent that's completely artificial. A marvel of chemical engineering. It's so alluring that all you want to do is get in the closet and let your whole body soak in the scent. Whatever. I'm going in. Yes, you're about to go in. Like, I love the smell of cedar, for example. Left foot, right foot, turn around, take a deep breath. Darn it. Why a deep breath? You want to sneeze, but manage to suppress it. Stand firm, and then... close the door. Once move. Bang. Congratulations! You have now emerged with the universe's most perfect closet as one single entity. But honestly, your mood is far from reaching the state of excitement. Perhaps you need more time to comprehend the subtle wonder of all this. I set myself to Narnia. This place might seem a little too dark for you. Guess you'll eventually get used to it, right? Dark Knight gifted me a set of dark eyes. I can see in the dark pretty good, and besides, it's not like I need to see anything in the closet. That's the spirit. Give it more time. Adjust to the dark environment. Trust yourself. Wait a little longer. Something more interesting than this pitch darkness will occur. It's guaranteed to be the real deal. Did you hear that? A sound is closing in. It's just someone walking in the corridor. You've got to change your nihilistic view in life, pal. No, that's not the sound of human footsteps. That's... room service. Go wild. Use your imagination. No, that's not room service. It's the Ghost Hotel's resident devil. It hibernates in dirty, unattended small attics, specifically feeding on innocent and vulnerable outsiders. I picked the wrong opponent to mess with this time. After all, you're the universally renowned trailblazer, the guardian deity of the Herta space station, the doomsday beast's, doom. Yeah. Today is the day you purge evil for the greater good. It doesn't seem to be that dark in the closet. The light of valor illuminates your surroundings. Room service? Is anyone there? There it is. The hotel devils love to disguise themselves as room service. That's such a cliche. You won't be easily fooled. Your mind is stronger than those city walls built by Quilpoth. You are prepared. I'm gonna come in now, okay? Now, devil, meet your judgment. Oh, dear. Door... bang, the closet door slams open. Oh, what the heck? You won! The Ghost Hotel devil is now banished and the land is now purified. The devil seems to have left something behind. Take it as your reward for your intrepidity. Indeed. I'm sorry. Please be respectful to hotel staff.
Who are you? What are you?
We are allies. Allies of the guardians in generations.
What do you want?
To the mirror. It's time for a time. To help you achieve your wish.
Why does it have multiple voices? Yeah. Could the Trailblazer hear that, or was only Kelia hearing that?
Hey, did you hear that?
Yeah.
There's a group of Silvermane guards at the entrance, and I don't think they're here to say hi.
If this is our escort, it's less friendly than I was expecting.
All I can see is their helmets. You can't always be... you guys are assuming a lot. You can't always be friendly on the job, you know. Maybe they're not here to escort us.
I guess we'll have to find out.
Let's go and meet them. We won't know until we're down there.
We can jump out the window like the one guy suggested. No! Take me back! There's a book!
Commander Bronya is waiting for you all down below. Hurry up and go see her. And no tricks.
Are we in a lot of trouble?
Nope. Screw that. I'm going back to bed. I saw a book in here, sorry. Corridor lighting? Even during the daytime, the corridor is still brightly lit. Okay, now I go. Sorry, but I saw the book.
There at the fort.
I am Bronya Rand, acting commander of the Silvermane Guards. In the name of the Amber Lord in the Highest, and under order of Supreme Guardian Cocolia Rand, I hereby arrest the suspected infiltrators under the charge of plotting to incite rebellion.
Also, I'm very curious if she's Silverwolf or if there's two Bronyas like in this dimension, because Silverwolf looks very familiar to Bronya. I noticed that in the part 1, but I didn't want to say it knowing that this Bronya existed, who's like apparently older, so from my perspective, they seem like two different people. So, yeah.
As agent of the Supreme Guardian, I herewith temporarily strip you of your freedom of action and speech. When you are tried by the adjudication panel, you will be given the opportunity to defend yourselves against the accusations. Resistance will prove futile. You must come with me.
Wait a minute. This isn't what we agreed. She said we were going to be escorted to discuss an urgent matter.
This is an orchestrated betrayal, obviously.
Looks like we've been downgraded to accomplices. Again. It seems like it's every third planet this happens.
That's because you always act without thinking. You never have a plan.
Hey, I'm improving. I'm coming up with a plan right now. And got one! Down the alley.
The one that's been sealed off. It's possible. March. Be ready to make an escape.
Huh? Really? I just wanted to say something.
Now or never. Wish.
3 of a kind.
Huh? I guess for a strange trio. Can we focus, please?
It's an old Astral Express escape signal. Do you play cards?
Depends.
2 pair.
Hey, what are you whispering? Let's get going.
Ace!
Oh, jammed it up with ice. Nice.
Have an ice day!
Oh my god.
They charged straight in! Escaping into a fragmentum. I don't know if they're overconfident or just eager for death. It would seem that Mother's judgment was correct.
Should we report them as missing or deceased?
The Supreme Guardian's order was to arrest them. We cannot abandon our pursuit just because they fled into a sealed-off area. I must ascertain their fate with my own eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Eradicate all threats to Belobog security. That is what I must do.
I mean, it's obviously...
See? They weren't brave enough to follow us. Freedom!
It's obviously that we wouldn't be dead with the confidence we leapt with.
Serves them right. Better luck next time, slowpokes.
That was too risky. Great work. I'll just go with great work.
It was a team effort.
We caught them by surprise. Nothing more. They'll be in pursuit soon enough. Let's follow the path. We need to guarantee our own safety before making any further plans.
treasures, but on the other side.
What happened back there? Why did the Supreme Guardian send people to arrest us? Imagine launching a surprise attack when your enemy is fast asleep. The cheek!
That woman had a troubling aura. Our instincts were correct.
Enemies. Level 12. Oh, they're increasing.
It's too late to repent.
Hey, I was here in the tutorial.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's make it quick. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Supreme Guardian Titania delivers an important speech. Brothers in court. Goeth mentioned sealed temporarily. Direwolf sightings. Oh. A newspaper cutout with meticulous care was stuck on the notice boards. Supreme Guard Titania made a commemorative speech before the newly built museum and is entirely posted by the Crystal Daily. Let's... Yikes. Should I read all this? Okay, good. I can just... I think it lets us take it with me. The brothers turned on each other over the will. Yeah, that's common. Pause to read, I guess. Guess this seems more like deep lore, so I'm gonna treat it as deep lore. Emphasize that all personnel other than Silvermane guards are not allowed outside their homes every day from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Activities that conceal, feed, withhold information regarding direwolves are strictly prohibited. What's a direwolf? It's another one of these leyline things. Another calx. What's this one? Level 16 encounters. Oh, this one has the batteries. Nice. Last time wasn't too bad, so... I need these too.
Scared yet? Look out! Stay right there while I give you a present!
Let's go. Take this!
Go away! You can't run!
Okay, these ones seem stronger than last time.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
I don't remember inviting you.
Ew, lasting burn damage.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's make it quick.
Batter up! Look out! Stay right there while I give you a present!
I was gonna say it should start a new wave immediately.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Scared yet? Watch this!
Let's go.
You're annoying! You can't run!
Yeah. So, there we go. We get some more book materials this way. Trailblaze level is also level 12. So, light cone stuff. So we can enhance like this now. I'm guessing they go to like level 20. Nope. They do. Trailblazer level 15. Ugh, yep. I'll do yours next. Which might be 19. Nope, sorry. I counted that wrong. 17, 18. Now it's 18. I'm not sure, it might do the Genshin thing. Where sometimes you get like special enhancements, like they go farther than expected. $6.79. There. All four of us now have max level books. Ta-da! How many out of 98? I don't know, I might do another wave. Oops, not that. Both for our trailblazing level and to get more stuff. Once I eventually need to level up again.
Worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose?
Especially since I don't have a healer.
Try that again.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Windbreaker.
No manners, huh? Look out! My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Eventually we'll get to a point where I do these on my own, but
It's too late to repent.
Since I do currently need the materials, I'll go with it. It also changes up which ones are even in here. What we encounter is different sometimes.
Look out! You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose?
Take this!
Try that again!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Scared yet? My turn. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Let's make it quick.
You can't run!
Clemency, the time is now.
Okay, 6 more times.
Scared yet?
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
I don't remember inviting you.
Okay, there's no
Look out!
weakness here.
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go. Take this!
Try that again. You have the worst.
Step aside. I have no interest in...
Scared yet? Look out! My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Let's make it quick.
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Try that again!
Alright, a couple more and I should get gun. Aw, stick can probably kill him. Yep.
Watch this!
Dang it! One off. Or not. Coming out of freeze, got him.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Scared yet?
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go. Take this!
3 more times.
Step aside. I have no interest.
Scared yet? Stay right there while I give you a present. Try that again.
The thing is, I don't know much how time I have left for this anyway. It's almost 5. I just now realized.
A guest with no man. Look out!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Scared yet?
So I might finish up these trials and then
With me out here, how can we lose?
look and see what other stuff there is.
Let's make it quick.
You can't run!
Alright, wait. 2 more times, I guess. Almost there.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Look out! My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Let's go.
Try that again.
Alright, once more. Then we're done.
Step aside.
Completely done.
Scared yet? With me out here, how can we lose?
Batter up.
You can't run! I don't remember inviting you.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Scared yet? Huh? Tough luck running into me.
I didn't realize that fast forward wasn't turned back off either. Ah, my bad. Anyway, that's it. We've used up all our whatever for the day. And are officially lost. You can run, but you can't hide. But what if I can hide? I've been very acquainted with these trash cans.
Scared yet? My turn. Here.
Yeah.
Controller? Although if it was to deter Twinkly Winkly? What?
Too late to repent.
No, ma'am. Huh?
And And I just got the message that it's time to wrap it up. But here's a space anchor, so I guess this is as good as time of anywhere to call it a stream. And double check to see how synced it is, because I have no idea. Last time I had some major desyncing issues, which I managed to mostly fix in editing. Most people won't catch it, but I know it's there. But for multi-hour long videos, it can be quite a grueling process to resync audio. So this is where I'm probably gonna call it a stream. I want to take a look at Warp. Here we go, really quickly. I just want to see what these are. I have 6 of these tickets. Brilliant Fixation. Oh, this is his. This is a character banner that's currently ongoing. And this is, we have one for a standard. I don't know. Wait, I have 33 of these tickets? Okay, maybe we can do the once a week thing. I can give it a shot. I'll start with standard banner since I don't know what's good, but... Or I can... Actually, know what? No, I'll do this. I'll do the, Departure Warp. 20% off for 10% warps, and a 5-star character is guaranteed within 50 warps. So this is their, intro banner. I'll do my intro banner first to start with, since I have enough of these. So, begin. Alright, what's it gonna be? Adversarial. Looks like a... Oh, these are weapons, but I need weapons, so it's fine. Databank. Collapsing Sky. Passkey. More arrows, so I could probably use these to enhance, Danhung's. And Tingyun. As a character, looks like a fox girl, maybe? Fox girl, lover of treasure? So there we go. There's what we got for our pull. So Tingyun, Harmony. Don't know anything about you other than that you are electric, because in order to learn more about you, I apparently need to be on the ship. But here we are. Here's a new character. Ultra fluffy. No idea about personality. Would you do an idle animation? Do they do idle animations? I don't know if they do idle animations. Can I like poke the character and see if they... Nope. Huh. Alright. Well, with that, this is probably where I'm going to be calling it a stream, since I gotta get going. So I know I'm kind of in the middle of story plot, but since I literally have to go, you literally gotta go. So I've also been going for about 5 or 6 hours since I split it in 2, but we've made some decent progress in Honkai Star Rail, and hopefully we can get 2 more in the future. I know 1.1 is coming out relatively soon. I know I'm very, very behind, but like I said, I've had a busy schedule, and I've also had like a lot of maintenance and repairs going on in my personal home, which I couldn't record during that time. So now that I'm back, I'll do my best to try and catch up, given that I'm not sick like I was earlier this week. So thank you to everyone who has joined, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye.